just kind of fucking with the audio a bit. Hold on. These for the Wii movie. They're doing a short stream though, so ain't gonna be too long. I just want to cover all my bases when a big balance change happens. Music status. Hi, Tuxin. Hi, Calamity. I'm hoping as well. We'll have to see come tomorrow. Good. It's going to unscrew itself, which is annoying. I'm messing with my mic. It must be like more over my head. Like the mic actually coming down so I can see my phone easier. But I also need to like turn. Maybe, who knows? Just gonna have to wait and see until then. I might go do some more. I can get real close though. But I'm sticking a bit more back on my mic. -4 decibels? Yeah, there we go. It'll work. Now that I'm a bit further from my mic and not up close and personal. Yeah, the big thing is... the audio in the background really... Hello, Eternal. There we go. Hello there, 626. Yeah, we're hoping. Is what they said. Hold on, let me pull up Discord. I have the actual thing open on Discord. They said tomorrow, November 9th, balance of the whole arsenal will be changed. So, we're going... the entirety of the game is being rebalanced. See, we have prepared an experimental balance in which the weapon damage was automatically recalculated based on statistics. So that means, I guess over the past probably who knows how long, they've actually been just monitoring, you know, probably what's not been used, what's been used, damage numbers, what people have been wanted buffed and whatnot. We shall see. Tests will go for 8 hours, after which whole balance will return to its previous values. All test participants will get 50 gems that can be taken via mailbox. See, we have created the balance test channel, which of course we can't message in yet. Oh, there, little Z. So the balance test channel is there for when it does go live tomorrow morning, but they said we will be monitoring the reviews, and if you decide that you need more time to familiarize yourself with the balance, we will extend the test for another 11 hours. So we can get upwards of about 19 hours with this. I'm hoping they do, because my time zone, it starts at 3 in the morning. Very nice on the Deadly Shark parts. But yeah, 3 a.m. to 11 a.m., that is so early and not a lot of time for my time. New York gets it 6 a.m. to 2 p.m., London's 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., Moscow, Russia, 2 p.m. to 10 p.m., and then Tokyo is 8 p.m. to 3 a.m. I'm really hoping they change these times and just give us the 11 hours, because we really need the 11 hours. So, basically what this stream serves as is, we're going to be going over, I'm going to put every weapon on screen in the game, where we can see, you know, fire rate, mag size, mobility, things like that. So we can just go through, and if we see any changes, we're able to compare to this stream. That's basically the plan for this. Yes, we're going over every weapon. We'll see, because who knows what kind of balance changes, because they said the entire balance is changing. They did not say if it was damage, mag size, fire rate. They could change absolutely everything. They can change absolutely everything. So, That's why we're putting every weapon on screen, starting all the way at the bottom. It's not bad, David, but like, we're literally starting all the way down here, where we can see, fire rate, capacity, mobility. These are what is probably going to change. So we're going to keep an eye on these. So, if damage changes, I can't do damage tests of all 1,000 weapons in the course of an hour. But I can call out of work. You have to keep an eye on the dogs. They've been eating shit in our house that is not even fucking edible. One of my dogs, my mom's dog, Harley, attempted to eat my flip-flop while I was out at college. Didn't, thankfully. But she got to one of my mom's hair clips and also one of her glasses. So it's 5 that I want to look out for. I'll come to the decision as we go through with this. I'll actually probably keep a list. I'll probably do like the top 10 I am looking for in terms of buffs and whatnot. So I want everyone to keep an eye on their weapons. So, like, everyone should really make a list that they want to see changed. I'm gonna go with the top 10. So let me just open a Google Doc on my second monitor. Fuck, I am reverting immediately back to like college work. I immediately put my font in Times New Roman because I am immediately just reverting back to college. Because we have to do Times New Roman double spaced. Yeah, either way, there's models. The bounce changes that haven't happened yet. We're literally going over every weapon card to see, just kind of get them on screen, and then between now and the balance change coming out, we can see all the stats. And we're also making like a top 10 on what we want to see change and to keep an eye on. So, but it's good. You keep them in a list. I would suggest like a Google Doc or a piece of paper. Just keep that next to you because we have, as of now, about 12 hours. 12 hours from now, the balance changes go live. So, keep an eye on that. No, because they're also probably going to nerf the resistance modules. So, because those, it's like a check and balance system. So, if the damage modules go down, most likely the defense modules will go down as well. In terms of how much defense they give, so keep an eye on those. Alright, so let's start with the fun part of going through every single weapon in this game. So shotgun, 86, 750. That's pretty normal. 99, 50, 50. If they change this shit and make something like the balloon cannon good, I'm gonna scream. What do you mean, wait? We got a lot of stuff to go through. Yeah, machine guns always had more capacity for at least a good couple of years. It should be, but it's not. Honestly, I feel like balloon cannon would work more as a heavy, not as a primary. But who knows? We shall see. No. I think Ox bad code would be horrible. Oh my god, people Ox bad code in Pixel Gun? Oh my god. If he actually made the mythical, how good did they actually perform? We know the double barrel's busted. Double barrel is fully busted. Like, it's good at its current rarity. At level 1. So, how much better can it get? You know what my biggest hope is? Hello there, Eric. We're going through absolutely everything and documenting their current stats. curious what he unnerved, because if Ice School Minigun is actually good at Mythical, pretty surprised. I mean, I've upgraded things to Legendary. I'm not afraid to do that. I will gladly upgrade a Rare to a Legendary. Give it a shot. If it can perform at Legendary, then it can perform at Mythical. I mean, bad code, though, is just bad. This is one thing, though, people are probably going to be looking at, though, with the balance changes, because if you guys look at the thumbnail, and also if you are actually in the server and you can see these changes, Automatic Peacemaker is part of the up arrows, meaning this thing is getting buffed. We don't know how much, but I'm hoping they bring back at least its old capacity. Yeah, I miss using it too, but yeah, Automatic Peacemaker, yeah, I'm really hoping this thing gets buffed. I miss its old 150 capacity. Hell, maybe they actually could change miniguns' spool up time based on which one it is. Like, Automatic Peacemaker being only an epic weapon should have a really fast spool up time. So, it used to be. I actually had it back in the olden days. The thing was fucking nuts. Wait, let's keep moving. A lot to go through. Some of the dual Uzis get better. They're pretty much our only way of using the Uzi in the multiplayer. Unless you have social Uzi, because you can't get normal Uzi in multiplayer. So, we shall see. This was another one on the card. Yeah, the Hellraiser was part of the card as well, so. It's all primaries. Yeah, Hellraiser did get a sound change. It's different. Only its firing sound was changed, though. It's a really weird firing change, but it's different from the other. Because it used to use the same sound. Hello, Timekeeper. Welcome to where we're getting everything on screen. I mean, congrats on getting the Elite. Eternal, I think the reason they changed its audio was to make it distinct from the from combat rifle. So if you hear it going off, you wouldn't have to think, is that a combat rifle or is that a Hellraiser? I think they're trying to do that to where every weapon has a unique firing sound, so you can distinguish which weapon it is. I think that's what they did. That's why they changed the firing sound. So, at least that's my theory. It's just a theory. A game theory. So, we're not doing the whole. Today is we're documenting every weapon's current stats before the big change tomorrow. That's the current plan. We're documenting everything before the changes. Now, the whole is Friday. That is the plan. Unless something comes up, I'll keep y'all updated. And yes, I'm happy about Ulti getting a nerf as well. Next thing you know, they're removing Wall Break. That's the thing. I actually am hoping the temporary change is crazy. But yeah, I want this temp change that they're doing to actually be like insane changes. Oh, it's already on the card. If you go to the picture, literally Ulti is seen with a down arrow, meaning they are going to nerf it. They also showed Aphrodite Crossbow on that and Sakura. So, they're getting changes. And not good ones. But here's the thing, though. They have clarified that this is a temporary change for only 8 hours. It does need a nerf, though. I actually think the best course of action for the ultimatum was drop it to a 2-shot, but up its reload speed or its fire rate. Hello there, Devin Plays. That's what I think the course of the ulti should be. Drop it to a 2-shot, but a higher fire rate. It's not the ultimate achievement, though. Yeah, I think that's what they should do with ulti. Drop it to a 2-shot, but up its fire rate. So you at least can, reload it a little faster and get your shots off faster. It does reload technically every single time. Now, I feel like the game's not going to die faster. Yeah, exactly. If people quit over Ultimatum being nerfed, that's a them problem and not the game problem. 82 damage is way too low. If you mean 182, then yeah. $82 damage is not enough for a shotgun. Shotguns need up at most 150. And yes, y'all don't worry about why I have a legendary combat rifle. Yeah, I agree. Bring back the MP40. The MP40 was great. I remember this thing having like 100 plus ammo. And they nerfed it down to only 50. Yeah, I mean, I spam ulti just for funsies. I will throw a party as well. Yeah, it was 75 rounds. It went from 100 to 75 to 50. What they did with heavy machine gun or assault machine gun. It's not the worst. It's the worst mythical shotgun, but it's not the worst shotgun. We all know the worst shotgun. No, they buffed block shotgun. Block shotgun got a buff, and it's actually decent. And here's the third weapon they actually put on the list. Why? Like, Impulse Rifle, I get they want people to use it because it's used in not only like the eye card for Lucky Board. But they also put it on the card for the buffs. I guess they just really want people to use the Impulse Rifle, even though this weapon's not good at all. Actually, Electric Vortex is bad. That's not even cap. Prehistoric shotgun. This was one of the last viable weapons that was ever added. Ugh. Winter is hitting hard here. That's weird. But honestly, it's not surprising that something like that got overlooked. The Pyro 1116. I like this thing. Shame it really has no use. Because it has travel time, and that's the problem. Oh, Future Police Rifle is so meta when at some point, and I fucking used that shit so hard. Because I loved Future Police Rifle. Sushi out of 10, 8 out of 10. I fucking love sushi. Oh, 2-shot Steam info. Steam power, it needs work. It very much needs work. And yeah, the plasma guns definitely need a buff. They very much need a buff. Yeah, you got Siren module. Yeah, it's fine. GMG needs a damage buff. This thing's a bit weak. No, we are not talking about Magic Bow. The SWAT rifle. This thing also got an audio change as well. I actually personally like the audio change. It just doesn't sound suppressed anymore. Like, the firing sound I don't like as much, but I love that new reload sound. It's got some crunch to it. That's what I really like. I like that crunch. Yeah, GMG was great. I know, it's a very loud weapon, but I think they do need to change the suppressed sound, because it is supposed to be suppressed, but it's not. Also, I like no one's ever noticed that I'm actually showing the Ducat. I'm actually just using it now. That is true. I actually really agree on that, Eternal. How suppressed weapons need a rework. Oh yeah, dual shotguns are absolute ass. They're garbage. But yeah, I'm actually showing the Ducat now. Xmas Destroyer. Well, that's not only that. Silent weapons, even that have very, rather suppressed sound, there's no difference. There's genuinely no difference between a silent weapon, a weapon with silent attribute, and non-silent. So, I agree with Eternal on that whole thing of how silence works. If you shoot someone with something suppressed, they don't get a directional indicator. Because you don't know where it's coming from. It's quiet. Or at least, they don't get a damage indicator beyond a certain range. Because suppressors still make sound. It's just harder to hear. I reworked voice spell. No one still cares about you. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, audio just does go, it goes away after a certain range. Steam Gun. Rest in peace, your old self. Yeah, that also did change. I mean, technically, the health is still not percentage based. You just don't get an exact number anymore. Yeah, that's really weird that silence weapons don't even work on COD Mobile. Sparkly Blaster, ugh, that thing. That thing's so weak nowadays. This thing used to be relatively okay. The cooler we found was rather a hidden gem. Energy assault rifle, you're too slow. I wished you were better. You need a little bit more fire. Who remembers Evil Snowman on release? Evil Snowman used to not work. It used to not work like a rifle though. Yeah, Data Hater used to be really good. I entirely forgot I actually have food here. I just made kielbasa and rice, and I forgot it was literally sitting next to me. I got the rice spot on though, and I'm really happy about that. Literally, it was the Nutcracker, but in primary. You're right about the Nutcracker, Reese, but it wasn't primary. Yeah, that was that was a glitch where it came at a lower level. Yeah, Evil Snowman used to work exactly like the Nutcracker, pretty much same stats and everything, but it was a primary. Now it's actually a primary. It's an automatic. Also, can we talk about how the Oh Dear was one of the most, stupid weapons? I remember the Razor. I've been using it a couple of times. Here's the thing, though. You gotta realize Oh Dear is nothing to write home about. It may have good damage, but it's got nothing else going for it. This thing has nothing going for it besides it just having at least some decent damage and being rare. Semi-auto. They buffed this thing not too long ago by giving it really fast pull-out time. There's not very few one-attribute guns, though, which is interesting. Nine Hunter. I love the F2000. This thing is still good. It's unironically still good to use. Night Hunter is one of those older weapons that actually stood the test of time. Talking about Dragon King, I don't even know the difference between them. I really don't know the difference between those two. Mithril Rifle. So cute. Except one's blue, one's red. I forgot, yeah, you can get these weapons in the multiplayer. Yeah, Mithril Rifle's just one of those weapons I feel like they'd have to fully redesign. Oh no, System Admin actually is based. And that's coming from me. That's really funny that Admin is worse. I honestly find that really hilarious. Holy Shotgun, I think, actually has one of the fastest reload times in the game. Out of, like, any weapon. Like, really, the only weapons you can compare Holy Shotgun's reload speed to is, what is the winged pistol? Harpy pistol, and, like, the two, single-shot grenade launchers. There's very little that actually, like... The thing is so fast. It is really fast. The thing is just... The thing is so fast. It is so fast in terms of reload. By the way, that's base reload. That's not running a reload mod upgrade, running cowboy hat, running stormtrooper cape. You can really reload this thing. It's so fast. We don't talk about this thing. This thing's so ass. Also, I am so sad the Patrol Officer 747 wasn't as good. It was basically our newest fucking MP5 that we've gotten, but it was not that good. I actually like this one, though. Exactly. It's like the Harpy. Purifying Shotgun. Everyone's good point builder. I actually really like Full Moon Rifle. I don't care what people say. This thing's fucking dope. And it looks absolutely beautiful. Ice Giant Rifle, I wish was still a little better. Yeah. Let's see. It is. There are some weapons that I just love just based off the design. Crescent Power, die. I don't like this thing. No, I think they should keep aim assist because there's other weapons. Just die. Transform Rifle, I've actually got to use this for a little bit.
Oh my god, its ADS is busted.
I actually really like it. But, can we just talk about, I love the Penalizer. I love this thing. I don't care what people think. I love the Penalizer. Rainbow Dispenser. You need more fire rate, that's all. Oh god, we don't talk about the thick rounds. It was really funny, though. Oh, Vandals. I'm not upgrading it to my phone. I'm not spending 900 gems on that. Can we talk about the Vandals, how these things actually got a lot of love, and I am okay with that? Like, look at the skin for these things. The skin is just chef's kiss. And here's the thing. I got them at Mythical because of the skin Vandals came with the Ice Dragon Cult. The skin just make these look... We're not to that yet. SFR. The classic rifle that we got at level 55. You're still actually decent. My baby. My baby. My Mega Destroyer. It needs a little bit more damage. Just a tad bit more damage. Not too much, though. Just a tad. Last Kiss. This thing still does not hit that hard, honestly. No, it was 55. That's when it was added. Yeah, Last Kiss is a 1 attribute. Give this thing Charm. Devs, please give this thing Charm. We don't have a Charm shot. Do we have a Charm shotgun? I don't think we have a Charm shotgun. I know we have a Weakening, but not a Charm shotgun. Give this thing Charm, please. It would be great. Oh, I think Cracker Gun is Charm. Also, Social Uzi. Buff it, please. I beg of you, devs. Buff it. Buff the Social Uzi. Please. This thing is so weak. Buff charge. It's never going to return. Social Uzi will probably never return. They're probably going to keep it as a super rare weapon. It's probably like it's part of the content creator program. Treasurer. Little bit more fire rate, honestly. Give this thing a little bit more fire rate. I think this thing would be fantastic. Eliminator Z2. This thing used to have no capacity. This thing had like 22 capacity when it was added. I'm so glad they fixed that. I think the X2 is fine. Need a tad bit more damage, that's it. Like I said, Treasurer I think just needs a little bit more fire rate. Yeah, I still remember they changed from the Z2 to the X2. Blaster Rifle, I think, is at least a little decent now due to the buffs they gave it. Transform Machine Gun. This thing really needs a buff. Nobody cares about this thing. This thing was actually really good on release. Like, I'm not even, like, joking. Aloha Boom Boom was really good on release. I agree. Lancelot needs a buff. Semi-auto weapons never really are that good. I'm not sure if this thing's still good. Aloha could still be at least decent. I'd be fine with that. Orange Killer. I don't know how to feel about Orange Killer. Does anyone really have any opinions on Orange Killer? I mean, granted, I think it was one of the first weapons to have crit damage. But, like, really, that's it. I mean, if you combine this thing with the crit armor as well, I feel like Orange Killer could actually be kind of crap. Like, honestly. This set is annoying. Poor checkmates. Y'all were never. These things were never good. Not even the worst mythical shotgun. One of the worst shotguns. Period. That's it. Pew Pew Rifle. Honestly, I remember using this thing in old Team Strike. Who remembers using this thing in Team Strike to use its X-Ray? I actually used to use this X-Ray in Team Strike just to get a little bit of an advantage before it began. He's using a sniper rifle with X-Ray, zooms you in too much. This barely zooms you in. So you get a much bigger view when you actually ADS with the X-Ray. Arcade rifle? I'm never going to use this thing, really. Because I missed it in its update, so I had to get it a lot later. So, arcade rifle... don't really have any input on it. just okay. Okay. It needs a little bit of a fine. This battle station. This thing's actually decent. I just don't use it too much. It might get a nerf. You never know. We'll have to wait. Oppressor of Lives. Give this thing a scope.
Please.
I do. I agree with that, how it has a really nice skin. It's just a black skin. Hello, Gunslinger. Welcome to... We're documenting every weapon's current status before the big patch. Oppressor of Lives.
Give this thing a sight. It'll be perfect.
Needs a sight. That's it. Lancelot. Damage, please. I love this thing. More damage. Needs a little bit more. Neutron Pulsator.
More mag.
The only thing is, Lancelot has burst fire. Even at 146 DPS, it's a burst fire, so. Neutron Pulsator. More mag size, please. 40 rounds is not a lot for this thing. Honestly, I think 100, 100, 100 should be what it is. Honestly, the way it should cost is, or the way it should be is 100 fire rate, 100 rounds, 100 mobility, 1,000 coins to buy. It used to have shield penetration. And yes, it is based off the Dingo from Black Ops 3. I did not know it penetrated shields. Last week just needs a little less damage. This thing's fine. It's a bit annoying with its damage, so I say lower its damage just a tad. Yeah, last week, lower its damage a tad. I know it's a really good casual, but like if you put the Pierce shells on it, it's too powerful. Personally, though, I think what Pierce shells needs to be is not damage up, but wall break. Give yourself a quick innate wall break. That's what it used to be. It used to be you gave a weapon wall break for a short period. Ice Chaser. I used to recommend this thing to friends, actually. When I got this thing, I actually liked it. This thing was actually good. It's not the best now because of the 280 armors. I think really Ice Chaser fell off a little bit when they started adding more armors. That's, I think, what really hurt Ice Chaser, but before the old armors, this thing was pretty good. It just doesn't hold up as much now. So a little bit more damage would make this thing go a long way. I agree. A lot of weapons that were added before the new armors really kind of hurt them when the new armors were added. Golden Bros, these things are pretty much fine as is. These things really don't need any touching. Like, really, the only change I could think of is maybe give it 70 mobility, but, like, other than that, like, Golden Bros really don't need any change. These are probably one of the most fair primaries they've put in the game. Potato Implant, give this thing some more damage. This thing's so bad. Yeah, I guess that's the whole thing that sucks with the whole position revealing, but other than that, Potato Implant. This does not work as a primary. This would work better as like a heavy. Zap Blaster also, I feel like, does not work as a primary. I agree, make it only visible to allies. Honestly, Zap Blaster, here's my take on this. Zap Blaster and Boom Blaster need to be swapped. Swap their categories. Zap Blaster works better as a heavy, while Boom Blaster works better as a primary. Literally, swap their categories. And no one will complain. I'm pretty sure no one would complain if they did that. Like, let me be real. Sonic Spore Thrower, this thing's actually still pretty good. Boom Blaster is pretty goofy, but yeah, it's nice. Sonic Spore Thrower is pretty dope, though. Yeah, Sonic Spore Thrower. I agree. This thing, just in general, Sonic Spore Thrower is still actually pretty decent today, surprisingly for a semi-auto. Yeah, plus please. I agree, the skin is kind of ugly. Also, Spinny Shooty. More ammo. It's a minigun. It needs at least 100. Miniguns should come with at least 100 ammo. They're a minigun, not an assault rifle. Like, I agree. More ammo is needed for, like, all miniguns. They basically have assault rifle ammo. Chicken Boom. Really no changes. Chicken Boom does not need any changes. Hey, congrats on that, Gunslinger. But yeah, Chicken Boom, no changes. This thing's fine as is. Be a slight mobility buff, but honestly, it's fine. The thing is, last week the thing is, Chicken Boom is a lot slower. It's a lot slower. While last week has much higher fire rate. That's how I see weapons. The higher the fire rate, the lower the damage. That's just kind of how it works. It's a balancing system. If you have a slower fire rate, you want more damage. But if you have a higher fire rate, you want less damage. Does Deadly Tail actually stack up nowadays? I'm not a big Chicken Boom user. I actually would prefer Laser Carbine because they did really buff it. Deadly Tail, I think, is pretty much fine. I remember it being really good when it was added. Not sure how it stacks up now, but yeah, that's really the only issue for it. But yeah, Deadly Tail, if it just needs a little bit of travel time, this thing will be fine. Deadly Tail just doesn't need too much. Damn, Gall, just calling it out. Shell Bubbler. How do we feel about Shell Bubbler? I think it's fine. It's not the craziest thing, so yeah, I say it's fine. It is good for it. Heavy Drill Rifle. This was a weird one. It's like, it's not a minigun, but it is a minigun, but it's not. I really don't know how to classify the Heavy Drill Rifle. I say it's probably use a bit more damage from what I remember, but Project Dolphin, I genuinely think this thing's underrated. Like, people have been sleeping on Project Dolphin because its burst damage is nuts. Because it basically has a hyper burst. Like, seriously, use Project Dolphin, you will not be disappointed. Prophecy says it's strat. Man, he has no idea what he's missing. If delayed, yeah, I could be getting rid of, but honestly, it's pretty good. I mean, newbies have it. it's relatively fine. Didn't this thing used to have 100 mobility, though? Why does it have 90? I remember this thing having 100. It used to have 100, right? I'm not going insane. Yeah, honestly, this... Oh, it did have 100 then. Okay, so I'm not going crazy. Okay, so they did drop it. Yeah, it basically is dark matter. Honestly, though, I think this thing either needs its skin of the... Also, bit of a side thing. Give this thing back its gray model. I like the gray look better. Or at least make it a skin. Give the advanced weapons their gray skin back. I agree. It should have been a viable skin. Wrath of Fire. What actually is this thing? I don't know how to feel about this thing. It's a travel time, that's for sure. I say have both skins exist, though. Wrath of Fire... I don't think there's any saving this thing. Oh, yeah. I abused that glitch when it was added. I had that 90% invincibility. I had that 90% damage reflection. It's just alright, yeah. So it probably just needs like some damage tweaks. Probably also a faster rocket speed. Because it's technically it has travel time. Boar's Roar. This thing's fine as is, honestly. Yeah, ulti actually would kill you instead. Yeah, Boar's Roar really... It really isn't as crazy as it was back when it was first added. This thing used to actually out-DPS ulti. Like, for those that were not around when Boar's Roar came out, this out-DPS'd Ultimatum. By a long shot. But honestly, I think Boar's Roar is fine, and I like it has a unique spread. For those that don't know, it's more of in a horizontal line than like a circular spread. It's using like a line. And plus, look at this skin. This skin is just, it's good. This is a really good shotgun. Yeah, this skin is chef's kiss. Like booster. I'm pretty sure no one cares, but this came out as part of dev season. Like booster came out in the middle of, it was the dev season, I think, mythical at the end. It wasn't the weapon that you got for the elites. It was just the end. This was just, it's one of the weirdest primaries, but with a damage buff, this thing could actually be a little bit fun. It's like a support weapon, really. Exactly. Gun Force. Why is your skin like that? There we go. Gun Force. Yeah, none of those weapons really have come back. Really sad. I actually kind of like this thing. I actually really think this thing just needs a bit of a damage tweak, and this thing will be fun. It's a weird weapon, for sure. I actually like this thing. Alright. I saw someone was thinking about Cheater Hunter. Someone was talking about it in the chat. Who was it that was looking at Cheater Hunter? Personally, it's fine. I haven't used it in recent times. Small Wolf. I haven't used this in recent times, so I can't really tell if it's good or not. But I have a feeling this thing isn't like too bad. Like this could actually be very much usable. I can't remember the same thing. Disguised rifle. How you have changed since your edition. Because here's the thing. Disguised rifle has changed since its edition. This was part of Extended Summer. This was your elite weapon. And I gotta say, this thing was horrible when it was added. Yeah, it had a lot higher fire rate than it did now. Like, it fires a lot slower, and its damage was incredibly low. But this was the first weapon to have ammo restore. Yeah, this thing had a lot faster fire rate, but really low damage. Yeah, I think it just needs a tad bit more damage now, just to compete with, like, the higher tier armors. But honestly, it's rather good. It's, like, rather okay now. It's actually 5 ammo, I think. Or unless they changed it. Oh, God, this thing. I hate this weapon. I genuinely hate it. We don't talk about this thing. This thing is incredibly horrible. It is, well, yeah, not only is it unappealing in terms of looks, it does not perform well. I don't think they can save this thing. No one's going to want to use it because of its design, even if it was really good. We don't talk about it. Let's just leave this thing. Waterman Rifle! This is a weird one in terms of just everything. Like, this is a weapon that has the weirdest capacity count I've ever seen. It's really slow in terms of mobility for some reason. But it has super high fire rate and is an AoE. And has a sight. It's literally a water AK. And honestly, a little more damage is fine. Want me to show it? Hold on. Grandma! Can't talk right now. Look how little damage. Waterman's Rifle. Yeah, that's just from like AoE, but I think it just needs a little bit more damage. And that's really all it needs. It needs some damage tweaks. Goo Substance Rifle. So that's its AoE. Its actual damage upon target is alright. I don't know how to feel about this thing. This thing's really odd. I like it. I will say that. I like this thing. But weird. They might, honestly. I haven't checked. But oh, they do? That's weird, but I'm fine with that. I like this thing, though. I think it just needs some more damage, honestly. Yeah, Sharp Courier is what you're thinking about. Ah, the Infected Scar. Living Rifle. Honestly, if this thing just a tad more damage, I think this thing will be perfect. Like, it'll fit its niche with its interesting design, and it will still be good enough to use for those that like it. Just give it a little bit more damage. Yeah. A little bit more damage. It should be fine. Good Bully. Yeah, honestly. I agree, Root Bully is... It needs a lot of damage tweaks to make this thing good. It's worse than mid. It's actually pretty bad. How about Outpost? This one's weird. This is a really weird one. I think it's pretty mid. So, I like its attributes. I will say that. But I don't know what's normal about it, but it's got barrier and healing. So, add more damage on it, I think it should be fine. That's pretty much it. Add more damage. Combat Candy. Here we go. It's the reincarnation of our good old fucking Steam Power's previous form. Who remembers what Steam Power was before? This is its reincarnation, as I like calling it. Honestly, seems fine as is. I hope it doesn't get too changed. Elven Killer Rifle. First off, 89 fire rate's a fucking lie. 89 fire rate is an absolute lie. So, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be 99 and one of their fingers slipped. I think it's just someone's finger slipped and that's it. But, yeah, this thing, from what I remember, its damage isn't the best. No. It's actually really fast. It's really fast. I honestly will say, I will leave it as... No, it's not 97. I think it's actually 99. Is what its fire rate is. I think it's 99. This one's also a fucking lie. Sleipnir is a fucking lie in and of itself. I love this thing since it's 78. No. That's at least 97. It's 96, 97, yeah. Honestly, though, this thing needs more damage. It really needs more damage. This thing's not good. No, I think there's something else. I think there's something else with more attributes than Sleipnir. I don't know all its attributes, though, but honestly, this thing needs some more damage. It's pretty mid. Who knows? We shall see. Ah, Harbinger of Ragnarok. You all had your damage changes reverted. Because this thing was already underused as is. Honestly, though, I don't see anything too wrong with this thing. I think it just needs some more mobility, because 50 is really slow. 50 is really fucking slow. I like how you're saying it's fine, but like you gotta realize 50 mobility is really slow. I think it needs to move. You need to move faster with this thing. Come on, you can't be. I mean, yeah, 30 is even slower, but there's only 2 weapons with 30 and 1 with 40. So, like 65 should be the standard for primaries. Demon Catcher. Again! Another 50. Like, this thing's weird to really think about. Because this was a fan-made weapon. And honestly, I think it's okay. It does have Super Punch. But, who knows? I'd say, for now, let's say slight damage buff and more mobility. So yeah. Yeah, you need to actually hit a target to actually use the Super Punch. But yeah, I say we leave it as is. LCMG, oh, you are something. You are, for one, far too fucking slow. Because, ugh. No, heavy machine gun doesn't have 30. I'm pretty sure 50. Where is it? Not 65. I forgot LCMG actually has 40. I knew at least the Barrett. The Barrett had 40. Oh, hi, Agnes. We're going over all the current weapons, like, stats in terms of just their cards. We're just documenting them before the balance happens in about 12 hours. It has 40. Well, we'll get to that when we actually get there, but yeah. Yeah, we're documenting current stats and also just thinking how they're going to get changed, hopefully. Yeah, LCMG, more damage. Buff that mobility a lot, because 40 is fucking slow for a primary. Yeah, a couple people have said they've gotten the elite weapon. Debt collector, debt collector, debt collector, what to do with you? Honestly, I don't think this needs changes. Well, yeah, a Browning M2 you're supposed to plant. Oh yeah, the skin is W. But yeah, LCMG, like, the Browning M2 you're supposed to have mounted on a fucking vehicle, so... They can't really get rid of turbocharger support, because the thing is, you can't just bar one weapon for using a module combo. Honestly, I say lower the fire rate a bit. Yeah, Debt Corrector was basically a straight upgrade from the ulti because you had a second shot. So, honestly, I say slow the fire rate a tad. So, oh god. Plasmatic Driller. Plasmatic Driller, Plasmatic Driller, Plasmatic Driller. This thing is so disappointing. This thing is... triple its capacity, increase its mobility, then you'll be fine. or plasmatic. I say driller because I don't want to accidentally slip, because you could very much say something really bad with its name. Because it is one letter off from being a really bad word, so that's why I call it the plasmatic driller. So that's why I'm going to keep saying it. Exactly. Insert the clip of fucking, what was it? Drama alert. Yeah, that's why I call it the driller. Yeah, y'all are seeing why I call it the plasmatic driller instead. That's why I call it that. Ritual rifle. This is a weird one. This one's... I don't know. I can't really give my actual input on this thing. I didn't even use it in the update it came out. I mean, yeah, the Ricochet does help in enclosed areas, but there's not a lot of enclosed maps. A lot of them are very open. Who knows why they nerfed it? Devs are weird. That's really it. There are very few just, like, very tight hallways. Like, you want to use this on, like, Silent School, and that's it. Flat rifle. Who really cares about this thing? Personally, I don't. It's basically... It's just GMG without any status and a higher fire rate. It's just GMG without status effects. Seriously, honestly, this thing just... More damage. Moving on. I hate this thing. I hate this entire lottery. And yeah, it should have 100 mobility. It's a piece of fucking paper. We just talk about how this entire set is dog shit. Like, the entire set for this lottery... all ass. All ass. Nah, I'ma say it. This entire set was ass. Personally, though, I will say, this is my second to least favorite season. Nah, I'ma say it. They're poopy. This season was one of my least favorite seasons. I don't know really what changed it. Give him more damage. I don't really like this thing. The only thing I liked from this season was the Trader's van. I mean, hell, one of my friends, Frost, this is his favorite shotgun, is the Blot shotgun. Legitimately, the Trader's van was the only thing I liked about this. Because I genuinely actually like the Trader's van weapons. And personally, Blot shotgun's fine as is. This thing really doesn't need any changes. I'd maybe just up its mobility a bit, since it's attached to your arm and it's not something you're holding. So I'd say buff its mobility a bit to like 65, and this thing will be fine. Because it's, yeah. Other than that, though, it's fine. I like this thing. No changes. These things are fine as is. Moving on. I was so disappointed. I was so disappointed when they added this thing. I was so disappointed. I was so happy to see a MAC-10. I love the MAC-10. It is such a goofy-ass weapon, being a literal fucking square with a mag coming out of it. And then I saw that it was it was like a Pokimane weapon. I'm like, no, no, no. You ruined the MAC-10. I will maybe at some point use this thing, because the skin on this thing is really nice. Charlie DeMille, I just say Pokimane. They're all in the same boat. They're all basically the same thing when it comes to streams. They're just... either they're a TikTok star or they react to videos on YouTube, or on their stream. It's really all the... like, a lot... I mean, it's a good meta. It's a good meta, I will say that. I can't do the difference. Huh. At least it's interesting. No. What do we do about this thing? Does it really use a Sharp Chaser? It's again another Ricochet. But, I really think this thing's only good in, like, halls. Something like Silent School, where everything is super close quarters. Oh, it's a worse version of the other fucking Ricochet? Also, I love this was a reference. If Pursued doesn't even use his own primary, that's really funny. Because this is a reference to Pursued. Apparently, it was another fixed gun YouTuber. Honestly, I don't know what to say as it changes. We're just documenting this thing. Bad comment. I've used this thing. It's not bad. It just got overshadowed, in my opinion. Like, Bad comment just got overshadowed by its Dislike Brother. I'd say, yeah, maybe a little more damage, but honestly... I think they should add Gadget Block. Gadget Blocking would be kind of dope for this thing. Because it looks like super electrical. So it can have some sort of, like, it's got an EMP inside of it. Who knows? Punishing Light. You do not work as a primary. It does not work at all. Like, it was a really neat concept. I will give him that. It's such a neat concept for a primary. It doesn't work. Did Echo absolutely shit on this thing? I agree with you, Calamity. This thing is incredibly unique. It doesn't work. It does not work as a primary. That is hilarious that he absolutely just shit on this thing. I love it. I hate to be so rude about this thing, but, like... I love how unique it is. But, come on, this thing is not good. Oh, that's horrible. Oh. I'm gonna do his Eternal. Both the rocket speed damage and fire damage. And not only that, there was a weapon that overshadowed it that was also a primary and also in a set. Black Obelisk is so much better. I actually really like this primary. Like, seriously, if you get Black Obelisk, you're not going to be disappointed. So, like, use this. I agree. Not only does it compete with Treasure, but it also competes with Tax Scorcher. I personally will rather use this over Tax Scorcher. It's a really good weapon. I suggest getting it. Honestly, Black Obelisk doesn't need any changes. Fantastic as is. Rumble. I have not used this thing really since I got it. I have used it maybe a couple of times, but I have not used Rumble. I did not get this thing when it came out. I didn't care to get this thing when it came out. I love that Echo whines about so much stuff, but I mean, I do a lot of whining as well. But more of like for actual changes. Not for just like, oh no, it came back like 2 days or like 2 months later. I am so sorry for your sanity. I bought this thing when they added it to the pick your own set. My question is though, does it really need any changes? I don't think it does from what I remember using this thing. I think it's honestly fine as is. From what I remember. Let's hope it really doesn't get any changes. I say leave it. Attack Scorcher. You have fallen. You have fallen so far. I think that's really all it needs, though, is its fire damage needs to be dropped. But also, can we just talk about this skin on it? Absolutely fucking gorgeous. But like this skin, though, it is one of the best Xmas skins. Granted, it is basically like shoot me in the face because of how bright it is. It's a beautiful skin. But yeah, nerf the fire ticks. Siege minigun. Well, this is another 40. This is another 40 mobility. Granted, this one actually... Granted, this one also makes sense, though. Like, this one actually makes sense, though, with how fucking huge it is. Like, this thing is massive in terms of a weapon. And you are underhanding this thing. Like, it is huge. The 40 mobility makes sense. And not only that... Damn. So its damage really needs a rework. Yeah, our character has to have some sort of fucking insane strength. Because this thing is huge. Yeah, give this thing better damage. Yeah, that's actually the really funny part. Now the top barrel only shoots. I find that really funny. So yeah, give that thing some more damage. Now this thing. I hate this entire set. I hate this entire set with a passion. I do not like this entire set. For one, I know the 20 ammo is weird. I know they're good. That's the thing. They're good. Has it been 2 hours? No. It's only been 1 hour and 20. It's only been 1 hour and 20. It hasn't been too long. Yeah, we kind of do need to speed things up. Funnily enough, I technically should be leaving for work right now. I should be leaving for work, but I can pull out. There's not a lot of towels. Anyway, mutant fish. Ass. This. Don't change it. Why? Oh no, buff this thing's damage a little bit. I like you. You're kind of fine as is. I don't know what to care about that thing. More damage, please. This thing is not that good. What? This thing was not worth the grind. You were just added, you're probably not going to get changed. You were just added, you were probably not going to get changed. Give this thing more damage and more mag. More mag, please, and more... more mag, more mobility.
More mag, more mobility, more damage. More mag.
It is not a primary.
Honestly, probably just a bit more damage on this thing.
A little bit more damage.
More mag, more damage.
I don't know how to feel about Stormtrooper Exoskeleton.
It has 110. It used to have 175.
That's the thing. The thing had 175 in its mag.
Cyborg hands. These things are actually kind of cracked. More damage on this thing, please. I have it at mythical.
This thing needs more damage. It's really slow. Viking, you're fine as is. This thing needs more damage, honestly. Wasn't as fine as pretty mid. Even a bit low tier.
Give it an actual reload and not make its reload part of the fire rate animation.
So, let's talk about Ultimatum. This is the one we're going to talk about for a bit. Lower its damage to be a 2-shot no matter what. Lower it to be a 2-shot. But, make its fire animation a reload animation so you can speed it up. That's what I would change about the Ultimatum.
Maybe a little bit more mobility. 50's a bit slow.
And Gatling. More capacity, more mobility. What do you want me to hear you out about? I'm kind of interested what you have to say about Ulti. I honestly agree, though. I actually keep 13 capacity. I like the 13 capacity. It makes it have a unique capacity. That's a really weird change. Not gonna lie, Eternal. But you never know. This thing's fine as is. I really can't give any input on this thing.
Die, please. I hate this gun.
I know, wasn't it like the camera and Equidata rifle were swapped?
Gift Stitcher?
This thing's fine as is. They gave it a buff.
Buff this thing, please.
A little bit of buff on this thing. 30 capacity should be good. What did Xmas rifle do to me? It sucks. For Christmas spirit.
This thing sucks. It is the worst buildable I have ever seen.
I agree with Toxic. It was bored. It is a one-attribute shotgun that you had to get from a lottery. You have to get this from a lottery. This thing is so bad. Not only that, it didn't come out during Christmas. Well, it came out during Christmas, but you couldn't get it during that lottery.
This thing is not worth even wanting to touch.
Groza,
Up its mag size a little bit.
just a little bit more. Give it 30.
More mag size.
And a little bit more mobility. 93 damage? Yeah, exactly.
Exactly, I told you. It's ass. Who uses this thing, though? Who uses Healing Carp?
I want to ask somebody who is actually unironically... Who unironically has actually used Healing Carp? Well, hi, Prophecy! We're going over all the weapons, at least in terms of what their stats look like on their card before we actually, get the changes tomorrow.
By the way, nobody uses this thing. This thing's absolute dog shit. Please buff the damage on this thing. You need it.
You do not use it, Monty. I highly doubt you use this. Agent Valentine, though, please buff this damage, please buff this damage, please buff this damage.
And restore its 30 mag size. This thing used to have 30.
That's why we're kind of documenting things, so... We're documenting what fire rate, capacity, mobility, and all their, like, attributes look like on their card before the change happens. And when it does happen, we're then going to go through. Again. By the way, the first, like, hour and a half of this stream, or, like, first hour and 10 minutes, has just all been binary. I actually wish Cookie Minigun was better. Kronka would kill me if I said I hated this thing. And I don't. I just wish this thing was a little bit better. Like, if anybody says this thing's bad, Kronka will kill you.
Buff this thing a lot. Please buff this thing a lot. Portalius Wrath is absolute ass. Who remembers this thing?
Who remembers Nuclear Rifle? I don't think anybody remembers this thing. Yeah, really, that's the only place it was ever in, was it being in BR for a bit. Acid Shotgun, honestly, this thing's fine as is. I like the Acid Gat. But yeah, that finishes primaries. That's really it. Alright. We're gonna put Pixel Gun in here.
There's nothing there.
Yeah, for posterity reason.
We're putting up all the,
Putting up all the things. You mean by click on the division primary. It's like that for everything. But yeah, I will never understand why Pixel Gun got a skin. No one's gonna use this thing. Except newbies. But yeah, putting it on screen for posterity reasons.
This thing also had a sound change, but nobody ever remembers that.
Mercenary.
I don't have the skin, yeah. I don't care, though.
I'm missing 3 skins. Yeah, Mercenary. You need a lot of work. It's just a worse comrade. Mercenary is cool, but just use Champion Mercenary. You're just a reskin.
Please make this better.
Just use Hot Plasma Pistol. I agree, Deagle does need to be slower. You're firing 50 AE, not 9mm.
Please fix its animations. Also make this thing better. You can tell I don't like this thing.
Bell Revolver.
Please make this better. But I'd rather use Ice Cream.
Pistol. Hi, Pixel Noodles.
Bell Revolver, make this better, but I'd rather use Ice Cream Pistol. No.
I don't really know how to feel about the Spender. This thing's kind of just mid. I would love a Neon Fighter buff. I actually really like the Neon Fighter. Like, fuck the Infiltrator. Give me a Neon... We stand the Neon Fighter here. I love the thing's sound design. I love how it sounds.
This is literally the exact same thing as the Spender. No.
Yeah, that's the only thing about Trick or Treat is the funny laugh. Acid Pistol.
Just use Water Pistol.
Hey! W! you, Sparkly Blaster.
Please buff this thing. I really like it.
Let's see. Here we go.
Hey, Small Wolf. Didn't you say you were wanting to upgrade Flower Power to Mythical, or was it someone else?
I think it was Small Wolf, but... Either way, yeah, I know, because I used to have it. It was me, but... Yeah, Flower Power, buff it, please.
Buff it, please. Buff it, please. Buff, buff, buff.
I love the new revolvers! Let's buff this. Please buff the water pistol. Fuck the acid pistol. Water pistol. I forgot this thing existed.
Buff it, please.
Also buff this. I really like Space Blaster.
Just use Neon Fire.
I forgot these existed.
Just use Multitaskers. Change it to reload, please. I hate the reload animation on this thing. It looks so horrible. Can we just... I hate this thing's reload animation. It looks so bad. No, I do not. I am only halfway done on that. I haven't finished Melee yet. I'm close on Melee.
I have about half the categories at level 65. I've kind of stopped caring on getting everything to level 65 unless someone tells me something's good and I haven't upgraded it.
Can we just have the devs fix the weird belt chain issue?
Like, they have not fixed the belt on Minigun Pistol. Gems. I would never use coins to upgrade something because it's one level at a time. So...
yeah, Minigun Pistol. Please buff it.
Special Agent's a weird case.
I need to really think. Spec Op Agent nowadays really
Just use Hitman Pistol. It got Mythical Power skin.
We don't talk about Baby Shark.
I wish, but I think it deserves actually the rework treatment. I agree with Eternal on that. Just use Dead Star. Got a Mythical Powers. That's a really nice skin. I really think it needs to put through the rework ringer.
Just use Sparkly Blaster.
Better dual shotties. Oh, Dead Star was... I know Dead Star was fan-made, so yeah. Dead Star's better.
It's just slightly better dual shotguns. Buffett's Reserve. Can we talk about how Venus and Mercury needs a reserve buff?
Like, it's ammo reserve. Because for those that don't know, if we go into the thing, it has only 80 reserve, and if you're using drum mag, you get just a tad over a spare mag. Yeah, it was 40-20, but now it's 40-80. Give it like 2 more reserve mags. Like, give it 160 in reserve. You're just talking about machine pistols here. If you have a rank 10 drum mag and you put it on this thing, you have 1 mag in reserve. 1. That means once you dump that 80 and reload, you don't get to reload again. And picking up ammo, you still only will be able to keep 1 set of mags on.
Buff its damage, please. This thing needs a damage buff.
This also needs a damage buff. This also needs a damage buff. I don't know how to feel about dual machine guns. Because I prefer Emperor servants.
You want me to reload Harpy? Okay. Alright, let me turn on my controller. By the way, I'm not even using the mask nor cowboy hat. You gotta realize that's without Hitman mask and without cowboy hat. But yeah, here's the thing though. I love the dual MGs. Yeah, I'm not using the Hitman mask nor the cowboy hat. Yeah, because you want to see, that's what's currently equipped on me right now. Here's the thing. I love the dual MGs. They do need a bit of a damage buff. But Emperor Servants. I am still wearing the cosmetic. That's why you see it equipped on my head right now. Emperor Servants, though, I personally think just need a bit more damage, and these things will be ballin', and I would use these again. Because if you go back to old Pixel Gun videos on my channel, I mained these. These were my main. So if these got a little bit more damage, I would absolutely use these things again. I would legitimately mythical them. I would mythical these things and use them. So, oh hi Serenade. And plus, just, look at that mag size and that reserve. Chef's kiss. And that's running a rank 7 drum mag. It's all good, Pixel Noodles. I want to use these more. Please give these more damage. And honestly, I think I know a way to make these stand out a bit more from the MGs. Up their fire rate a little bit. Make the Emperor Servants fire a little faster. To actually kind of separate them. Oh, that's already in the works. I've already turned Weenus into a MILF. Weenus is a MILF. Yeah, one of the things is Weenus is a MILF. They will have a kid. They have 2 kids, actually. So, Weenus and Blorgus have 2 kids. One of them is named Buquafius. And I can't remember the name that I had for the other one. No, you cannot be one of the kids, Eternal. But yes, one of the kids will be named Buquafius. One of the kids' names Buquafius. You're saying I have OCs now. Have you not noticed how my Pixel Gun character has a name? Has no one ever realized that my Pixel Gun character has a name? Like, he has a name. I do not want to do that. Yeah, no one's ever realized that my actual Pixel Gun character has a name. And yes, his name is just 7. Because he's lucky. Also, either way, we need to move on. His name is 7. So you spell it out, it's not the number. You're right, the holidays are coming up! Yeah, Thunderer's fine, it really doesn't need to change. Anyways, y'all are right about being Christmas. Yeah, honestly, just use Sparkling Horn, but still. You may say use Sparkling Horn, but does Sparkling Horn have a really nice skin?
Because here's the thing. Look at this thing. No, I'm not going to start singing Mariah Carey. Oh, is it actually still available? I agree. Buy this skin. The skin is really nice. Yeah, I'm sticking with E-Hat. Also, please buff this thing. I really liked this thing when it was added. Yeah, it does remind me of Black Ice. Yeah, please buff it. Please buff it. Please buff it. I love this thing. Please. You never know if they'll actually change it. Ouroboros is kind of fine as is. Like, Ouroboros is fine. No, that's kind of valid. Pizza Heater was good back when it was added. Yeah, Ouroboros is pretty fine as is. Anyway, we need to speed up a little bit. Knife and Compass. Make it better. Who cares about this thing? Who cares about Tiny Resizer? No one really cares. I actually like the reload. Make this thing have more damage. This thing is really kind of cool. You're fine as is. I love this thing. W reverse pistol. If you use this, you're based. Yes, please. I like this thing. Oh yeah, they buffed its capacity! I forgot they buffed it! I forgot they gave this more ammo! Which means... Oh my god, that mag size! Oh my god, it's recoil! Can we just change this for this thing? Nerf its or give it better recoil. This thing is so much. I forgot it did have rocket jumping yet. Please give this thing better recoil, though. This thing is absolutely dog shit with its recoil. You were busted, but now you're not. You're fine as is. I don't know about Mythic Potion. Love this thing a little bit more. I really like the Super Pixel Gun. Super Pixel Gun is absolutely based. Just use Thunderer. Please give me golden deagles, please. Just use Exterminator. Refer to Exterminator review. Please buff this thing. This thing is actually good. Oh, and the skin, it's a Rubik's Cube. But rainbow. I mean, I could also use Portalium or Reactor. I do remember why I'm using the block one. I'm really using the Reactor. Buff this thing, please. I really like this thing. I prefer Nuclear Reactor, though. More damage, more mag size, please. Oh my god, buff this thing! Oh my god, please buff it! This thing is a literal potato. This thing is the equivalent of throwing water at someone from a cup. Buff its damage, please. Here's the thing, though. I actually have a really good idea for between Mountain Wolf and Standard Desert Eagle. Here's my big idea for the difference between Desert Eagle and Mountain Wolf. Leave Mountain Wolf the higher fire rate, but give the Deagle the higher damage and lower fire rate. Hear me out. Basically make the Mountain Wolf the 44 Magnum Desert Eagle, while the Desert Eagle's the 58E version. Good idea or not? Or swap it. Either way, one of them be the 50 AE, the other one be the 44 Magnum. Exactly. Small Wolf agrees with me. Absolutely do that. One of them be the 44 Magnum with the higher fire rate, the other one be the slower with the higher damage. I agree. This thing's ass. Please buff it. No one cares about this thing even after the rework. Please make this good. This thing's actually kind of cool looking. Way better, and I love the skins for this thing.
Literally, multitasker, the only reason to get this thing is for the skins.
Yeah, it's one of the two. Just have one of them with the with the higher fire rate, lower damage, and one with the higher damage, lower fire rate. But multitaskers you only get for the skins, because the skins are absolutely baller. I agree, Serenade. Like, all skins are absolute W. The Burning skin, absolute W. Druid skin, my personal favorite, big W. The Scarab skin, not even animated, but still an absolute W. Cyber Revolver, didn't they buff this thing already? Didn't they literally just buff this thing in, like, the latest update? So this thing's fine. I'd rather use this over... Like, honestly, this thing's pretty underrated. Use this thing. Please buff these things. I actually like them. This thing's useless with armor bonus. Please buff it, though. I like this thing a lot. By the way, you want to know something really funny? Back when I still only did YouTube videos and not streaming, I got to see these weapons early because it showed up buy this weapon without the ability to buy it. The Baby Deagle. Please buff this thing. I really like this thing. Give it more capacity, too. Really give this thing more capacity. 10 is so low. And also, make the suppressor do something. I agree. Give it that. Flash drive, you got buffed, but I don't know if you're still good, so we'll leave you at mid. Oh my god, fix this thing's accuracy! This thing has the accuracy as wide as Canada, if I remember. This thing has such wide accuracy. Yes, it was one of those weapons like that, where it was in the Death Gaming, you can see it. That's how I learned of its existence, alongside the original Pixel Cola refresher. Werewolf, a little bit more damage on this thing will be amazing. I love it. No. This thing's actually still pretty decent. Meh, this thing's mid. These things are absolutely based. I got fucking both of those. I got most of them, honestly, in the Death Game things. Hounds RX-03, though? Based. These things are absolutely based. Ew, I still hate these things, and having to do that challenge. Who cares about this thing? Hounds are sweet. But who cares about this thing? Like, who genuinely cares about the Tricky Electrizer? Like, I'm pretty sure nobody cares about this thing. This thing's fine. It doesn't need any changes. Based. Vance Revolver is absolutely based. I'm gonna make this bag again. Ugh. Who's ready for me to say it? Please give it back full auto. 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 Or not. If they don't do that, I want them to add a weapon. Who knows in Modern Warfare 2 the side impact kit for the Glock 13, or as they call it, the X13? Who has seen that kit? Where it's literally a Glock in fancy housing. Give us that as the Fast Death Mark II. Give us that. The Glock in fancy housing. If they cannot give us the return of the full auto Glock, give us the side impact kit, or as it's called, the P10 Roni kit. Because that is an actual kit. It's called the P10 Roni, and you slide it onto a Glock. You literally put a Glock in fancy housing. I would love that. That'd be a neat idea. But if they're not going to do that, give us the P10 Roni. It will literally give us the Fast Death Mark II with full auto. Seriously, look up the P10 Roni. It's an actual thing that you can get for a Glock. You literally put the Glock inside of it. I actually like this thing. It just needs more damage. Plus, the skin is absolutely based. These things need more damage. I actually really like the Lovebirds. We don't talk about this. Bring back old Champion Mercenary, where it is an absolute beast if you get a full burst on someone. Please, revert back. Who remembers Champion Mercenary a while ago? This thing used to, like, one burst someone if you could hit all shots. Bring that back. Or at least make it to where if you hit all of one burst, all shots from one burst, and the first one of the second, I would gladly accept that. Make it to where it's, because it's a 5-shot burst, make it a 6-shot kill. That's what I think this thing should be. A 6-shot kill. So that's a burst and 1 shot. A burst and 1. I think that's what it should be. So you at least have to fire off a second burst. But if you hit anything from that second burst, it's a kill. A burst plus burn. I agree on that. Buff this thing, please. Pursuer X3 it just needs a buff. I wish this thing was so much better. You're fine, no one cares about you. Buff this thing, please. This thing's actually kind of cool. No one cares about this thing. I don't like this thing. I don't like this thing at all. This thing's fine. Honestly, Laser Cycler's fine. This thing needs a little bit more damage. I like you. A tad bit more damage. I don't know how to feel about these things. Sneaky Pistol is based. So is Gangsta Shield. But Gangsta Shield based. I really don't know how to feel about this thing. I like it. But, eh. I wish this was better. I like the water blades. I also wish these were better. I really wish these things were better. Pew Blaster's a weird one. Meh. That's all I can say to it. It's just Ghost Lantern, but a secondary. That's all this thing is. It's a Ghost Lantern that's a secondary. Meh. Also meh. This thing's also meh. This is also meh. Okay, now these I like. This I like. Like, nobody talks about Rapid Flock. There was a lot of mehs in a row. I don't like Echo Scanner. I personally don't. Too short range of a secondary. But, like... I like this thing, though. I like my auto primaries. So, Rapid Flock, I like this thing. Let's give it a tad bit more damage. Based.
Oh yeah, the project set is so underrated. Like, people should really not be sleeping on the project set.
Based. I wish you were better. Kind of cool. I also really like these.
Money Rain.
Meh. I actually kind of liked this thing.
I don't know how to feel about this one.
Chat, how y'all feel about Star Shard? How y'all feel about it? Wait, it had 0 capacity? Send me a screenshot and maybe a video.
Oh, hi, Frost!
Frost, you're here. We're going over what the weapons look like before their changes. Either way, chat, here's Frost, the one that absolutely loves Blot Shotgun and is absolutely based because he loves it.
Star Shard's kind of sad, though.
I don't know how to feel about this one. Do Substance Pistol I never really cared about.
Just use it for teleporting.
I wish these things were better. I love the skin for this. Now hear me out. Frosty Fangs are low-key based. These things are very low-key based. Nah, Frosty Fangs, they just need some more rocket speed. They are low-key based.
I will hang on, I'm checking the Discord.
I am going to look at that later, thank you. Cringe.
I don't think they have the same problem, but we'll look at it later.
Candy Revolver, I don't like this thing. Its design is so gross looking.
It's such a gross looking design. Like, look at the grip!
How can you hold that? I hate this thing. This thing's rather meh. Based. This thing is absolutely based. Use this thing to counter anyone with a shield. These things are busted. These things are actually busted when they were added. These things were so powerful.
And I think they're still actually, like, really good still.
And I like these things. I really like these. Just use Godfather's Assistant. Who cares about the coin drop chance? Coins are really easy to get. Please uppercase the I in Infrared Imager. The I is supposed to be uppercase. I also really like this thing. Please buff it. Based. I love this thing so goddamn much. It does not need any changes because this thing's a 2-shot. You got buffed. You're fine.
How did I notice that?
I read. I actually like Tooth of Fate. Tooth of Fate's actually pretty dope. I actually really like its design and its sounds. Like, I genuinely like this thing. Based. No. No. Give it more range, please. Give me the better... Make this weapon better. I like this thing. No. I don't use this. Just use the fucking... Just use the Beat Saber weapon. I'm not hating on it. I just don't like the weapon. I'm saying that I don't hate on MOP because I used to watch it. I had a younger cousin, okay? Fair judge, this thing's actually pretty based. This is also pretty based. Kill it. Give me more of these, please. We need more. We need more machine pistols. We need more of them. We need way more of these. By the way, y'all want to know something interesting? Back before, just before the season, who remembers that they had a weapon design contest? It was like a season or two before the season that Irradiated SMG came out. Who remembers that? There was a weapon contest a couple months before this season. Because there was. I actually submitted a weapon. It was based off of the MP9. I wanted them to add the TMP. Or the MP9. However you see it. Basically a backup that was an SMG. 2 updates later, we didn't get the MP9. We got the Tech 9. Coincidence? Who knows? But I did suggest the MP9. Or TMP, however you see it as these days. But I'm just saying, I did suggest the TMP/MP9. Either way, Irradiated SMG is based. Don't touch these things. These things are perfect as is. These things are perfect as is. This thing's fine. Don't touch this thing. The more you fiddle with it, the more people are gonna hate you. Make this thing better. I wish this thing was better. Blacklight's fine as is. Nerf it. I don't know. I don't have it. Buff it, please. You're fine. Tad bit more damage on this thing. A little bit more damage on this thing. Buff it. God, please buff this. It needs a little bit more damage. You're fine. A little bit more damage. Just a tad bit more damage. No. Nah, this thing's fine. More damage on these, please! I love the Peppermint Guardians. Low-key, if y'all use the Peppermint Guardians, you are actually based. Because I know, people don't remember these things. These things nobody remembers, but these things are low-key based. I'm a man of taste, okay? These things are fucking... Literally, if y'all think about it, this is a direct... The Peppermint Guardians are a direct upgrade to the, Emperor Servants. Give it some more damage, should be fine. This thing's disgusting. Wait, hold on. For posterity, bring up the card. This thing's disgusting, please kill it. Based. But please give this thing more damage. This thing really needs more damage. I don't really care for this thing. Mid. Yeah, a little bit more damage. But yeah. Burn this thing. One of the worst weapons in this game. Melee! That'd be hilarious if they changed the combat knife. Who cares about this thing? Who really cares about this thing? Buff it. This one's weird. I don't really care for Leader Sword. Buff it. This thing's a classic. Nobody cares? Buff it. Didn't this thing get vaulted?
Didn't Hockey Stick get vaulted? I remember somewhere Hockey Stick actually got vaulted. For, like, no reason. And I think it's still vaulted.
I find it so stupid.
It's still a sandbox weapon!
They vaulted a sandbox weapon! What the fuck? Nobody cares about the bouquet. The bouquet is cringe.
Oh no, buff it. It's one of the fastest melees.
Buff it. Buff it. Buff it. But a lot of these melees need buffs. Cringe. Cringe. I forgot they gave this thing slightly better mobility. I think this thing's fine. Like, both of the reworked melees are pretty much fine. Honestly, I don't need to go over all of these. I'm just gonna put the cards on screen. Like, anything that's not a mythical, like, really just, it needs a buff. Just, Iron Sword's a separate weapon. That's the thing. Just... yeah, Stormhammer used to be absolutely busted. Now it's, you know, it's shit. But honestly, anything that's not a mythical melee needs a buff. By the way, please add the Battle Royale shovels as skins. Nobody plays BR anymore. Please. Please just add skins on this. I'm asking for nothing much. Please just allow us to use the BR skins on the Battle Shovel. I need to get mine to mythical, but that's not on my docket right now. I actually kind of like Core Sword, but I prefer Demon Sword. Oh yeah, absolutely. Candy Axe is based. You don't really want me to do Candy Axe's pull-out. Fine. Is this satisfying you? Are you all satisfied? At least changes melee animation. The melee animation's kind of shit. Karambit. We have a Karambit, and it doesn't have that kind of animation. That's weird they gave it to you at level 1 Frost. Yeah, anything that you see here that is not a mythical really just needs a buff. All the melees are really bad. Some of them worse than others. Oh yeah, some people don't even know that these have fucking skins. Based. Demon Sword's pretty based. I actually like it a lot. We don't talk about this thing. This thing was busted when it was added. This thing's also pretty based. No. I don't care for JoJo. The only reason to use Spear of War is for the fire immunity. Okay, this thing's fine. Our pole axes are also fine. I think also this is pretty fine. Sword of Shadows isn't too bad. Nah, best melee right here. Hey, Calamity, I just changed your mind. There's your changing of mind. Changes, please. But yeah, Sword of Shadows is really fun to use. One of the best melees, though, in the game right here. Minimum should be 75 for all melees. Minimum. Stupid reskin, though, by the way. This thing's one of the worst reskins that they've ever added. Okay, Disconnector's kind of fine. Either they need to get rid of it or do a change about it. I forgot Healing's Death is a skin. Okay, Super Drill's kind of fine. Same with Complete Grinder. Rock. Moonblades are fine. I dropped my controller. Ugh. I don't like this thing. I don't know if it's just me. I feel like Unfriendly Bat was just... wasn't anything to write home about. That season in general was just not a good season. Probably the worst season. The only thing good that came out of the season... it may be a bat. I want an actual baseball bat. I want, like, the Scouts bat from TF2. I want a steel bat that I can beat someone's head in. Exactly, it was a 2-month season. Yeah, I want a metal bat. That's it. Okay, Spirit Staff is fine. Now that we're getting into actual mythicals right now, so we can actually start giving opinions. This thing might need a little bit more of a buff, though. No, we don't talk about Mad Colorer. Buff it just a little bit. Just a little. It doesn't need too much of one, because it's actually really quick. But a little bit of a buff will be fine. This thing needs a buff. This thing actually needs a buff. This thing's too weak now. That's weird, though, that I can change its... Can we buff this? Can we buff the Werewolf Paws a little bit? Thank you. A little bit of buff. You got buffed, I think. You're fine. Buff the damage on these. You're fine. You're fine. Buff this a little bit. Scythe, I think, needs more damage, honestly. I don't like the Last Cry. You're fine. Give Cthulhu Legacy just a little bit of a buff. Don't know about Triple Bite. Should be fine, but... Primal Cold? I actually like this thing. Give it a buff. I'm not sure. It should be fine. Super Fixer. You should be fine. Foam Sword... a little bit of a buff. Goose Substance. Goose Substance is fine. This thing does not need any changes. The Screaming Saw. Don't really care for it. Summon Dagger's fine. This thing does not need a buff. Like, hear me out. Summon Dagger's fine. I think those are fine as well. Even Gary and Frecky, it just might need a little bit more damage.
Time Scythe also Time Scythe also needs a little bit of a buff. Bonusaur, I wish was a little bit better. Just a tad bit of damage on these things will be fine. Of course, I mean, all the animations need to be fixed with Super Punch. Blood Axe is fine. It's mostly a healing melee.
Just use the scythe.
Yeah, this thing can use a tad bit more damage.
This thing needs absolutely no changes. We do not need this thing to be stronger.
You got buffed heavily. You are fine.
Fix the animation, a little bit more damage.
I don't like this thing. Kill it.
This is way better.
Buff its damage a little bit. You're fine. You're fine. Tad bit more damage. You're fine.
Fix this thing entirely, because this thing needs fixing.
You're fine. You're fine. Nope, skip the row.
You're fine. You're fine. Based. I love these things already.
You're fine.
Actually, no. This needs a buff. This needs a buff.
This needs a buff. 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 And needs a buff. I don't think Cops Club needs a full rework, though. Ice Balls are fine. Oh yeah, absolutely rework Winter Staff, then. For posterity reasons. I went over Melee really quickly, though, because Melee's just really a category nobody focuses on, and really nobody cares about. Unless it's, like, the meta ones. Really nobody cares for Melees, that's why I kind of went over it really quickly. High Voltage. Please buff this thing. This thing's actually kind of cool. I actually really like High Voltage. Please buff this thing. Yeah, Special gets very little love. Toxic Bane. I'm just gonna kind of go over everything in terms of just clicking on them, really. A lot of the specials need full reworks, if not huge buffs. Like, if you really think about it, like, a solid 90% of the specials need either huge buffs or even reworks. So that's why we're just gonna quickly skim over specials as well. By the way, this theme's aimed in the wrong direction. Did we just talk about how Plasma Spreader is aimed in the wrong direction? It's aimed downwards. For some reason. I don't know why. That's really weird, because everything's usually up and to the right. Yeah, that's why I said 90%.
We don't talk about Flaming Skull, by the way. This is literally just the default flamethrower.
Plasma Spreader's fun just for literally... That's the thing, buffs might change it, but yeah.
Flaming Skull, shit. This thing is dog shit. Absolute garbage. This thing absolutely sucks. This thing is absolute dookie. Never touch this thing.
That's literally all it is. It's just default flamethrower that you can upgrade. That's literally all it is. It's just an upgradable default flamethrower. And nothing more.
And I am not kidding.
I'm pretty sure at Rare, the thing does the exact same damage as the default flamethrower. Either way, let's keep going.
Why did this, of all weapons, get a gold skin, by the way? Why did this get a golden skin? There was no reason to give this thing a golden skin. Like, nobody cared about Acid Cannon. Also, nobody cares about this spell. I'm pretty sure nobody even remembers this spell exists. I mean, yeah, but like nowadays, the thing is dookie. But here's the thing: who remembers this weapon? Who remembers this spell? Nobody uses spells to begin with, and this is like one of the worst spells. This is probably the worst spell, and I am ranking this below love spell. I am saying love spell's even better than this. Not even if it's Earth Spike. Earth Spike only gets used in like certain things. Just use Tactical Tomahawk, by the way. Didn't this thing get buffed? B-Spell's not coming back, which is sad. We're missing the tier 1 spell for primaries. Oh, I did Witch Broom actually become kind of good. Hey, nice job in getting Deadly Strike. Is the broom good? That's what I want to know, because I know it got buffed, but I want to know if it's good. Just use Harpoon Gun. 108 base, that's not bad actually. Could use a little bit more, but It's a 2-shot to base armor and 3-shot above that. Nobody cares about this thing, nobody cares about this thing, nobody cares about this thing. I actually like Plasma Cutter. I think it's kind of cool. I personally prefer it over Laser Disc Thrower. Not only is Lava Thrower just Napalm Cannon is actually better in terms of rarity. Yeah, Plasma Cutter, better version of Laser Disc Thrower in my opinion. It has a less annoying sound. This was a level 55 weapon. Oh, they're both rare? Then I think I accidentally upgraded mine at some point. Didn't this thing get banned from free play for some reason? I think this thing got banned in free play and nobody knows why. That's really funny. Also, yeah, I don't know why this thing's banned from fucking free play. Like, this thing makes no sense in the ban. I mean, it is kind of dope. It's a jukebox. Yeah. This thing's cringe. No, I don't want to look at it more. Close rifle. That's all I'm going to say. Cyber Laser, I think, actually now has the highest base magazine size out of any weapon. You have using the Exos? It's kind of funny. Yeah, this has now the highest base magazine size. It used to belong to Champion Peacemaker at 175, but now Cyber Laser has the most at 130. Oh, Napalm Cannon is red, but I had mine at epic. It doesn't, trust me. You'll never run out of ammo with it. I was low-key hoping this thing was good. And I was also hoping this thing was a primary. Ah, Razor Thrower. Good old classic. Yeah, I honestly think it should have been a primary. Alligator's base, by the way.
I'm leaving this on screen just a little bit so people can kind of just gawk at it, because yes, this thing exists.
Hold on, I'm grabbing the water. My throat is starting to hurt. I have been doing so much talking. I mean, this thing is incredibly rare.
Like I said, don't use the captain, use this. Don't use the fucking rare version of this. This is way better. This thing has a broken out of ammo thing. Please buff these things and move these to melee.
Yeah, that needs a buff. That got buffed. You want to see the weird out of ammo bug? Let me fix my loadout. I don't want to fix it later. I don't know if they fixed it. It's gonna take a minute. Hold on, I can go to the spot. Hey look, it's the spot where we record things for the videos. If I do it in the actual polygon. This thing is really slow. Alright, you guys ready to see the weird glitch if it still works? And now if you hold it, it plays its inspect. In first person. Not only reload it, it's playing its armory inspect. Isn't that weird? And then it just resets. That'd be kind of funny, but yeah. Yeah. Really weird that it does that. Either way.
Freeze ray rifle. Bring back its scope. This thing used to have a scope. I want its scope back.
And if you don't believe me, go to its wiki page. It used to have a scope. I want it back. And it used to be a side-mounted sight. I believe in freeze ray scope supremacy. Oh, that was if we reached the sub goal of 650, but we didn't, so at least by Halloween. We stand freeze rays scope.
I don't like this thing. This thing's weird. I want these things to be better. I like the tube backpack.
They haven't changed that. A lot of them still need the same, still have the same scope look.
Buff this thing, please. I really like the portable death moon. Also, weird angle. Based skin. I hate this thing. Buff this thing, please. I really love this thing.
Adamant jet spears. This has to be probably the weirdest adamant weapon they added. Like, out of the two, what I'm gonna call the division sets, this was the weirdest. Like, I don't understand. Like, laser spear was never good. And then they added adamant spear, which never made sense. Like, I like the spears. I want the spears to be good. so I can actually use these and confuse people on what is this weapon? Because I'm pretty sure a lot of modern players don't even know what the Adamant Sphere is, or even know of its existence. We don't talk about these things. These things are entirely fine. Don't fucking touch them. Please buff this thing. Also, they have not brought this back. Have they not brought back Mercenary Flamethrower? I'm pretty sure they never brought back Mercenary Flamethrower since its edition. I don't remember them ever bringing this back. Oh, it did? When? Weird. I did not notice it when it came back recently, though. I'm guessing nobody fucking got this thing, though. This thing actually got an entirely new model, like the same update it was added, if I remember correctly. This used to not be its original model. I actually like Cryolator, don't at me. Just use the purple. Yeah. But Mercenary is just better in my opinion. I love its looks better. Still, Cryolator's kind of dope. Buff it, please. Buff this thing, absolutely. Please buff this thing. By the way, it's not a laptop, it's an iPhone. Buff this, please. I love this set, but buff it. This thing actually, like, unironically slaps. Like, this thing, unironically, can actually hurt. Like, if you actually hit someone with a full charge of this thing actually hurts. Like, I can head into the firing range, and I think it will one-shot a dummy, or near one-shot a dummy. Granted, it is real stuff. That wasn't even a full charge. Like, its damage is fine. That thing is doing even over 200 damage, and not even at a full charge. It's the charge is so fucking slow. Yeah. Battlehawk. Who cares about this thing? Just use Tactical Tomahawk. Battlehawk? Meh. Just use Tactical Tomahawk. I forgot you got a skin. I don't care for this thing, but it got a skin. This one's a weird one. I don't know how to feel about this one. I like messing with the flames, though. The flames actually have physics to them. This is really the only reason to love the Rox filter, is the physics on the flames. How did I forget? It's the Ice Queen rod. VFX camera. This thing's actually kind of decent, but I feel like it needs some work still. This one I forgot about because I just genuinely don't care for this weapon. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, the update this came out, no one cared for it. Which is really sad. This thing looks cool. Oh my god, Automatic Injector also does have 40. Damn. This thing needs some buffs. A lot of buffs. I really like this thing, too. It's just so slow with it. This thing's fine. This needs a buff, honestly. TNT Thrower needs a really big buff. I don't like this thing. It's just not that good. This is honestly better, though. Shockerizer? This thing's alright, honestly. I don't think Shockerizer really needs any changes.
funny that they recently brought it back. Honestly, though, Shock Riser's fine as is. Nobody cares for this thing. Just use the normal pay. First off, it's equipment, but I don't like this thing. I don't like the monkey. Skip.
Buff the taser, please.
Please buff the taser. I really want the taser to be buffed. I really like this thing. Stop resisting. Heartbreakers, please buff these. Cyclops Sling.
Didn't someone
Like at one point really get like fucking super excited that I actually had the Cyclops Sling? I think at some point someone, like not anyone that's here, I'm pretty sure got really excited that I had the Cyclops Sling. Someone was angry, or someone was excited, but I mean, Cyclops Sling I don't think has come back at all. Besides when he got the Trader's Van skin. Oh, I don't think I put Cyclops Sling on screen. There we go.
give us the skin,
Fucking finally.
give us the skin. Give us the skin.
We've been waiting like 3 months for the skin. The skin has not come out for this thing. Like, I want it. I want this skin. They did forget about the skin. I want it. All flamethrowers need a buff. They're all really weak. I will later.
I like this thing, but please make it better in terms of damage. Also this. Give this better damage.
I don't like this thing. That thing's fine.
Do we need to even talk about the Sly Wolf?
Do we really need to talk about this thing? Understandable.
I hate this thing. This thing's too slow.
This thing is so... I don't count it because it's just, it's basically just health. I don't count the capacity. Yeah, that's a flamethrower.
What's so
Flamethrower about it?
My god, I didn't know they made their own and
By the they're biotoxin.
This thing's absolutely based. I wish this thing was better. I absolutely love the Wave Pulsar.
Oh, the sounds are so good. Oh, I know about the Ronin's creator. But I love the way Pulsar sounds so much. I know, it's really funny.
This thing also needs a buff.
I actually really like the Anubis. They changed this thing and still no one uses it. Like, at all.
I forgot Cooking Totem has a skin.
I really forgot this thing had a skin.
I love it.
No, it only has one. Oh, caution, wild deer.
I love the Mordred, by the way. I love this thing's reload. Mordred has to probably be the best clan weapon out of every clan weapon,
In my personal opinion. Just...
This is my favorite clan weapon, hands down. I don't care what anyone says. This is just the best. And yes, this thing absolutely needs buff.
Oh, this has 150 capacity. Doesn't reload though.
Never mind, it doesn't reload.
I don't count it then.
Hey guys, remember when this thing was actually just busted? I do. I abused it.
No, it's really slow now. Yeah, it's just really weak now. I don't care much for Fire Spirit. It's meh. A flamethrower.
Ancient Scroll, on the other hand, this thing's pretty fine. I wish this thing was better. I grinded for this.
I wish this thing was really better.
I don't like this thing. It looks really gross.
Honestly, this thing just needs a little bit more damage.
They buffed you for some reason, which you did not need a buff.
Please buff this thing again. This thing was, at least, this thing was good.
I wish boomerang weapons were better.
Hey, look, there's the better champion there's the better, fucking mercenary flamethrower. You need a little bit more damage. Other than that, you're fine.
This thing is really weird, but I want it to be better.
I don't like the Gorgon head.
I like the Killer Cord. I like the Killer Cord a lot. I wish this was better, though.
Cheater Hunter's a flamethrower. You expect. God, this needs so many changes. The good code needs so many changes.
I actually really like this special.
It has to be one of the cooler special. Like, honestly, this thing is really cool, especially with how the transformation is. Ah.
Boomerang go burr. I don't like this thing. This thing's garbage all the fucking round.
I wish you were better. I hate this thing. Wait, hold on. The doll I don't like just for aesthetic reasons. Restructure I actually really like. Yeah, it is the only water thrower weapon, which makes no fucking sense. They actually buffed the doll, that's the funny part, Frost. I actually really like this special. I also really like its Inspect. Its fucking Inspect is badass.
Give this thing its animation back and put it in melee.
I actually really like Repressor, and I wish this thing was better. Like, I really like Repressor. Like, hate it all you want, but, like, I love Repressor. This thing's fucking dope looking. Outlaw Catcher, I don't care for. Super Mega Expedition Tool. Eh. I could care less for it.
I love this thing. I love this thing so much. I just wish it did a little more damage.
Ah! Thor's Hammer. This thing's fine. I like the Sun Eater. Did they fix the animation? I kind of want to look through later. Or maybe next stream. Call of Valhalla. You're fine, actually. This thing actually does a lot of damage. This needs a buff, though.
Hey guys, look, it's the Ronin.
This doesn't need any changes. Cybercat Lantern's relatively fine.
I wish these were better, though.
I wish their AoE was better. Incinerator, I like. Just could be better.
Nothing needs to change about Terramorphing Stone. This thing one taps.
I wish you were way better. I don't like this thing. It's in the mood. Yeah. Masterly Trumpet.
I hate this thing. I wish it would burn.
But the Cyber Lantern, I don't know. I don't care to use Pencil Spear. I don't really care for Cyber Lantern either.
This thing's fucking garbage. The hype yo-yo is absolutely garbage.
I really like the Ritual Embalmer. This thing's actually really good. Sun's Wrath is interesting. I wish the Plague Bearer or Plague Bringer was better.
No, I'm gonna hate on Sad Magnet.
I wish this was better. This thing's really cool. I'm fine with Mutation Cannon. And a statue. I don't like this thing. Don't like that. Crystal Touch is fine. Don't care for this thing. I really like this thing. I really like this thing, but it needs to be better. I really like this thing, and I hate that I grinded for it, though, because this thing's not the best.
This thing's really fun.
I like the Pet Dragon. Pet Dragon's dope. I actually like Electromagnetic Cannon now just because of the skin. Yeah, that thing's really dope.
Oh my god, please fix this. Please fix this. Please, please, please fix.
Side Strident. That thing's so bad. I also wish Sharp Snowflake was better. I guess everyone, like, fell asleep or something. It's only like 6 p.m. I find it really funny. Engineer Exo, do more damage. Anime Scythe, more damage. More damage. More damage. More damage. I don't really care. Fix this thing, please.
Who remembers the Freon? I don't remember the Freon, really.
I think it's because it's such a forgettable weapon. It's really forgettable. I forgot about it. Alien Bouncer was dope when it was added. But, like... Now this is what you call a forgettable weapon. This is a forgettable special. Like a very forgettable special. Literally, what's the difference between this and the fucking laser spear? Or whatever the fucking... What is the thing from Primary? The fucking weird L spear from Primary. You do not need to be touched. You got a lot slower, but I don't really care. No one cares about this thing.
I wish these were better.
Because I genuinely like the Enchanted Blades. Rainbow Destroyer's fine. And the Umbrella is ass. Now we're to a category people care about. Of course, base sniper rifle. Hey look, one of the only other weapons that I have at level 1. And I'm keeping it that way. Farhan, they actually put it through an algorithm, so they used an AI to help.
That's what they did. That's what they said in the post. They used an algorithm to do this buff. So, or the changes. So it's not like they sat there over the course of whoever knows how many months and just sat there thinking of buffs for everything. They actually like used an algorithm, and probably based off what people are saying in feedback. I like this thing. I wish it was better. Especially because I love this thing's sounds and animations now. Ever since they changed them, like, it's so cool looking. Well, that's the thing, because paintball rifle sucks. This thing does, like, no damage, and you have fucking the poison rifle that's better. Also, nobody cares about this. We'll just use Data Hater instead. Alien sniper rifle exists. Tried rifle. Bone sniper rifle. Nobody cares about this thing. Crossbows. There's Poison Hunter. Yeah, but the OG is, well, OG. Hunger bow. You used to actually look like a Minecraft bow. Ultra Blast is fine. I really don't have any input on some of these lower tier sniper rifles. So I'm just gonna start just showing them on screen. Railgun, please fix your view model. Low. And also, I don't like these animations. Too weird. And then, of course, the level 34 one, the future sniper rifle. I didn't know it was a Destiny weapon, but I don't play Destiny, so. I wish Astral Bow was better. Forget the Shadow spell exists at times. You got the Last Hope. I actually used to like Archangel. You can actually find me doing an old review on this thing. I did a review on the Archangel. Because I actually really liked the weapon ages ago. You used to have to rent this thing. Used to. You got the reskin. It is a really nice bow. Supercharge exists, I forgot. Little Cthulhu. Skull Cross. Yeah, all the bows really suck. Hey, look! Who remembers when this was the fucking only way to use Space Rifle for ages? This was the only way you could really use Space Rifle unless you had it. Because this is basically just Space Rifle minus the wall break. Like, no other difference, really. And, of course, Thunderspell, no one cares. It's cool, but no one cares.
We don't talk about this piece of shit. We do not talk about this piece of shit.
It's so bad. It is disgusting. And you got the better version. Magic Bow. Oh yeah, Sunrise is based.
I wish this thing was better.
I love the laser crossbow. I also wish this was better. Because I like the reload sound. It's literally the original AK-70 or the AK-47 from Modern Warfare or from COD 4. It literally just uses that exact sound from COD 4. And that's why I like it. It gives me nostalgia of COD 4. Like, if you were to go to a gun, like, when people are shooting guns in video games, like, just those sort of gun animations like I do, it literally uses the exact reload sound from the AK-47. They literally took the sound from the AK-47 and like, this is ours now.
Mm-hmm. There, I'll literally look it up.
That's get muted.
Hold on. Pull up opera and stop the Wii Shop music. And then I can show my secondary monitor. So let me find the AK in here. I think I found the... No, that's the 74U. Or maybe that is the AK. No, this is the AK. Just listen to the sound. Now listen to the reload. Go back 5 seconds over here. You hear it now? Do this. It's literally just the COD 4. It's just the AK. It's just the AK.
And now none of you will be able to unhear it that this is just an AK.
Anyway, back to the usual of documenting.
I don't care about this thing. I don't care about Scatter Rifle.
Of course, Super Shot. I really hate that they got rid of the bleed. I am still so salty about this thing losing bleed.
No bleed.
Okay. I actually like this.
No, I'm not coping at that. I'm coping that it lost the bleed. Please buff Elephant Hunter. I love this thing. Also, get rid of the bolt rechamber. Seriously, it doesn't need to have that bolt rechamber.
Why don't you just make it into an actual semi-automatic? Or not like semi-automatic like you would think. But like, it doesn't need to have that bolt.
It was. It was an upgrade. I actually kind of like this thing. But yeah, they did split. I actually also like that. Based. Just use mythical prototype. This is also based. I actually kind of like the neutralizer. I like the particle accelerator. I like the Gauss cannon. I actually really like it. Cringe.
I like the Frost Shot.
I agree. Also, funnily enough, this thing used to not have wall break when it was first added.
You can, I think, find a video of the Cold Silence on my YouTube channel when I was going over the weapons, and it did not have wall break on the card. So I'm pretty sure wall break didn't work on this. And then I said it's probably going to get wall break. Next update after it was gone, it got wall break.
I'm sad nobody uses Cold Silence. Makes me real sad. People need to use this more. I wish people use the antivirus more. This thing's so cool. I don't like this thing. I like this, though. I like the garbage rifle. I wish Witch Doctor was better. I like Spiritual Rifle. Love the River Dragon. Like, the River Dragon's actually really cool because it has such a unique muzzle flash. Being, you know, a water dragon. So. We'll see if I get. Stop. I made this like fucking 3 hours ago and it's been sitting here, so I need to eat it. It's cold now. I still love it. I'm really glad I really like the way the rice. I don't like this thing. It's weird. Give us the skin, damn it. But yeah. Someone will probably clip it. They can send it. Okay, this thing's actually pretty based. I love this thing. I don't really care about makeshift character. I actually sometimes forget. Like, when I see its name, I sometimes forget what even it is. I like the skin of this. Just use Branch of Wisdom. Don't use this thing unless you need to heal. Based. I mean, there's literally a clipping button, so you can just clip it. No one needs to touch this. This is getting nerfed. This is part of the thing. I don't think it does. I think it just makes it invisible. Ooh. If it does, though, that needs to be fixed. But this is absolutely going to get nerfed. Because they have it on the card for the nerf. Mr. L needs a buff. I want it to be buffed. Off Dragonlore. I wish the M14 was better. I actually really like the X1. Yep. Walk rifle. This one's weird. I'm gonna call it the X1. That's what it is on the card. I don't know how to feel about plastic caravan. You all give me your fucking takes on it. Yeah, I know about the renaming. I actually kind of like Professional though. Sparkling Hydra after it got it buffed in skin. I love this thing. It's still pretty good. May this thing rest in peace, its capacity as it got cut in half. Rest in peace, Proud Eagle. I actually like the Digital Sunrise. Don't care. Morgana doesn't need any changes, though. I mean, it might be fun. I haven't really used it. So... Sniper dude's honestly fine. Oh, that's funny. Damn, you got spawn killed by it? That's sad. I mean, yeah, it is literally a backup as a sniper. It's just the fucking Raging Bolt. Or the Hornet. Ah, the carrot. This thing still, I'm pretty sure, one-shots. This thing's actually still really good, and it gets slept on. I don't like this thing. I hate it. It's pretty cringe. Yeah, Demon Catcher's good for raids. Oh, Soul Card's pretty meh. I kind of started to hate charge weapons, so I don't really care for Cold Sirens. I like the Underwater Carbine, though. The target mark is really fun. Plus X-Ray. Project Marlin has some beautiful skins, though. Like this skin, the Icicle skin, I think it's called. Yeah. The Icicle skin is just... It's so clean. Actually, it takes only about a second. It's actually really quick. But, like, look at this skin for the Marlin. It is such a clean skin. It's so clean. I know it has two skins. I like the Living Specimen skin. I like how it pulses. The Icicle is so clean. It is so clean. Hey, look. It's the weapon that you can dupe. And I don't have the dupe. I wish I did, but I didn't have any money. This is getting nerfed. This was also on the card for the nerfs. Conductor. People still use it. It's fine. EDP. EDP's alright. I actually like the high pressure rifle. I also really like Activity Neutralizer. Splinter Touch? Yeah, pretty good. Unlike what people think, I actually really like the Demarian Divider. I actually really like this thing. Laser Ninja. I actually kind of like this thing as well. Air Sheriff, I'm pretty meh on. Explosive Caramel, They forgot to add the skin to it in the update it was supposed to come out. But I don't really care for it. This thing's based. I absolutely love the Farewell Volley. The bird is pretty dope as well. No, that's a weird audio thing. Because the console audio overlaps twice. Pretty much on top of each other, and I can't fix it. Because I have to have my audio coming through a set of headphones at the same time. It's really weird. I don't know what to do to fix it, but it shouldn't be too overlappy. So, winged bow I don't care for, but hey, 100 mobility. Noob rifle is, I really don't like its design. Ultimatum sniper rifle. I actually like Metal Verdict. I also really like Brutal Rainbow. Laser Cat can take an L. It lost a shot in the mag, so. My baby. This is the sniper I will always main. Nothing can stop me from maining this. Nothing can stop me from maining the Mammoth, especially because I have the skin. The skin is amazing.
Branded, it's partially blinding. Yes, I did. I said it's pretty meh. I love the Black Label. I love the WAT 2000 so much. I don't like the Trader as much, though. It's pretty weird. Drilling Railgun, I actually kind of like. Aerosaur Rifle, I also really like. I don't like Charles. I also really just do not like that I had to grind so hard to get him. Because I literally finished him within the last 12 hours of the season. So, I kind of have a distaste for him. I don't really care for a Racer Crossbow. I don't think really anybody does. People thought it'd be the next Aphrodite Crossbow, yet nobody used it. Sentence, I fucking love it. People use this, surprisingly. Probably goes to bonus kill points, that's why. Snap Katana's alright. This Bro Rifle, it's alright. I love the Piercing Gaze of Ra. This thing's actually fucking dope. Bro Cobra Spirit I also really like. Experimental Rifle probably was my favorite weapon that was added during this season just because of its looks. This was really nice. A lot of people have been using this, and I agree, this is really good. This thing's mid in my opinion, but at least I know damage-wise this thing's good. I don't like it. I hate how it looks. I also really don't like the Deadly Flower. I also just don't like how it looks even with its skin.
Now this I love. I fucking love the mutagen. Like, mutagen is so good. Fuck off, Serenade.
Mutagen is based. You know what? I'm gonna say it. Just because of you.
The Cyber Lantern is ass, and so is the flower. The Serenade is cringe as well.
This thing needs no changes. This thing is great as is. I don't use the Dark Deer Bow. I don't even know, like, I mean, I've seen people use it, but, I think it's fine. I don't really care for this thing. Pretty mid.
Okay, nobody cares about this.
Hello there, Carter. Welcome to, we're recording what all the stats look like for every weapon before the actual changes go live. To see if any sort of changes happen across the standard stats. Well, I'm also getting my opinions. Eco Rifle's fine. They added this and, like, slightly buffed it, but it didn't, it's fine. I do not care for the double quirk. It's mid.
Really? You're about to catch this fade, Serenade.
I like Space Rifle. It's fine. Laser Bow people still use. Doesn't need changes. Law Enforcer people use.
I'm glad people use this thing. This thing's fantastic.
Everybody should be running around with a Winnie on their hip. I wish Third Eye was better. I really wish it was. Champion Rifle doesn't need anything. Exoskeleton needs a little bit more damage. Free to play? No.
You cannot have an armory like mine if you were a free to play. There's no way you could have an armory like this. Eva, please give this thing more damage. Please give this thing more damage. I love the Eva.
I love the Eva. I just wish it had more damage.
Or give it its 16 rounds back and its rocket jump back. I would love old Eva.
Wait, hold on. Forgot to put it on screen. There we go. Revolver Sniper Rifle, I actually am really glad it got its change. I'm really glad it got its 6 shots, because it used to have 6 shots. I'm glad it did.
Also, yes, I have the skin for it.
Some people are actually really jealous that I have the skin. Of course, prototype is the prototype, so just use it. It's great. I wish Royal Sniper Rifle was better, but it's not.
This thing's garbage. No one ever should use it. No one ever touch this thing. Gladiator's garbage. Just use the bad doctor.
This thing's great. Everyone's using it. I wish this was better. I honestly do. I really wish it was. This got buffed, and I'm pretty sure it was made really good. I'm pretty sure this was made really good.
I hate this thing, but because of the invincibility glitch that you could get not like a while ago. This thing used to have one. 'Cause I'm pretty sure it was if you EWO'd yourself with the Bow of Spirits, you could run around entirely invisible and invincible. They eventually fixed it, but that was a huge glitch that went on for like an entire update. Snap Attacker is really meh. I wish this was better. Nobody really talks about Frosty Railgun. I wish this was better. Same with Splinterer. Splinterer is probably one of my favorite snipers. Like, honestly, it's one of the only DMRs. And I really like this thing. Comet just got a buff. This thing's fine. Frozen Lich Bow. God, where do I start with that thing? Overseer needs a buff. Nah, Mythical Heavy Sniper Rifle. Succubus is... I've only heard that this thing gets used in, like... I've only heard Arnabite gets used in no armor, fucking modes. Or, like, no armor private games. Black Hole, based with the skin. I hope this thing also gets its rocket jumps back. And then Portalius as well. Oh my god, we're almost done. We're off to heavies, the second largest category. Let's see. Signal Pistol is Signal Pistol. Nobody cares about. Nobody cares about. Nobody cares about. Nobody cares about. Nobody cares about, but I like it. Meh. I wish this was better. I also wish this was better. I actually like the Dragon Breath. Okay, I kind of wish this thing was better. Oh, it will. I actually like the Bastion, now that I got its mythical skin. I also wish that was better. Actually, I wish... This was part of the rework thing when they were doing the Katana. It was part of that list, and I put the Dragon King up for getting a rework. Because this thing has no reason to exist alongside the Dragon Breath when they both do the same thing. I also don't know why Manga Gun exists alongside Huge Fatality Gun, because Huge Fatality Gun actually has a skin that makes it look almost similar. Why use Space Disinfector when you can just... I don't really care. I also don't care about Renegade. Like, some of the heavies in here really don't make sense. Like, the Renegade was just a slightly better rocket jumper until they gave it a mythical powers. So Renegade just fell off. Not only that, who remembers when Space Disinfector was called Space Desinfector? The first I was changed to an E for some reason. It was like that for like a year. And then they finally fixed it. I'd rather use Firestarter, but still grenade launcher's fun.
This thing's only good in fucking BR. Dark Matter Generator, I actually kind of like.
Don't care for this thing. No one fucking remembers it.
Yeah, Charge Cannon, nah.
Just use Champion Cannon. Nobody likes this either. Just use Easter Bazooka. I actually like the Hydra, and I wish it was a lot better.
I also like the Rocket Crossbow and wish it was better. I wish the Quadruple Death was better. I don't care for the Medusa.
Just use the Firestorm.
Alright, we got a bot. Hold on, chat.
Oh god, you're gonna hear it twice from there. Oh, the bot didn't even. Oh wait, no, hold on. Let me go to live chat. Forgot, it doesn't show up in normal chat. It only shows up in live chat. Let's see. This channel. Ta-da! And then they're gone. Ta-da!
That's all it takes. You can just permanently hide them. But yeah, Soulstone exists.
Just use Big Buddy. Big Buddy's way better, and it's currently available.
I don't like the Sly Avenger. Laser minigun's kind of cool, though. I actually kind of like it.
This is actually different from the Hedgehog, which is really weird because they use the exact same model. Just use the Rocket Jumper. Just use Dark Mage Wand.
Okay, this thing's actually pretty good.
Just use the Manticore. Just use the Pumpkin Thrower. Based. Okay, I actually unironically like the Manticore. Based. This is actually kind of fun. I actually kind of like this thing.
I also really like the Hippo.
Hey, it said nut.
From what I heard, this thing's actually really good. No, we are not. We are not on the backup section. We're on heavy. We're like halfway through heavy almost. We're almost done. It's only been 3.5 hours. Ghost Lantern, it's got skins though, so it's fine.
I like this thing, but just use Dark Mage Wand. I love this thing.
I hated this thing, and this was the only one from the set that I was missing for so goddamn long.
So I have a grudge against the Double Gum. Based, but use Missile Thrower because it's more rare. This is why we don't use Manga Gun. You have cooler skins for Big Fatality Gun. Apparently this thing was really good, and I kind of have to agree. I actually like this thing. But here's the thing, though. Why use Armageddon when you can use the rarer weapon? Just use Portal Rifle. I don't like this thing. I actually like the Emitter of Uncertainty. It's kind of cool. Weird that this thing has headshots enabled now.
Debugger is really weird, but looks cool.
No.
I actually kind of like the Perfect Rocket Launcher.
This is why we use Missile Thrower. You can't really get it anymore. It's come back in like 2 lotteries, but that's it. Based. Also based if you use it. I wish we had a separate version of it where it was the over-the-shoulder version. Because back when it was added, it was actually, the entire weapon was flipped the other way. Where the mag was on top and it was more of a rocket launcher.
I wish we had a separate version of that.
Kind of avalanche.
No, we have the under version.
Based.
Really good in explosive gravity for some reason back when the restrictions were going on. Or what is it? Like, whatever gravity it was.
Never use the Hurricane. Hurricane is cringe.
I actually kind of like the Adamant Bomber.
I don't like this thing at all.
Yeah, I wish it was better.
I also hate this thing. It's just use the Armageddon or the missile thrower.
I don't like this. This thing is stupid. How much it bounces around.
Hey, remember when this was the meta? Was using Proton Freezer? I love this thing. I love the Pixel Color Refresher so much, especially after its rework.
I like the big data. Data's actually kind of good. This thing is really weak. I hate it. This thing's pretty meh. A-Killer's the worst heavy. Dark Mage Wand, absolutely. It's really good. I kind of actually like the Redneck Bazooka. And yes, I'm level 65 years. I actually kind of like the Redneck Bazooka. Yeah, I don't like that.
Love this thing for the skin.
Oh yeah, isn't this thing broken right now? I think Spirit Whisperer is really broken from what I remember. Football Cannon's based. Is the rarest thing I own. If you mean the Rocket Hands being the rarest thing I own, yes. You could only have gotten these at Legendary for one update. You had one chance to get these at Legendary, but you cannot get them anymore. You could have only gotten it for Season 2. Which, by the way, at this point was like about 3 years ago. So, good luck ever trying to get these. Project Red Button. I like this thing. I actually really like this thing. Getting direct impacts is so satisfying. Exactly. I'm never going to level him up.
This thing needs nerf.
I forgot how cool Primal Beast looked with its skin. This thing looks so cool. I don't really care for Plastic Bazooka.
This thing needs more damage.
This also needs more damage in terms of direct hits. This thing hits really hard if you can fully charge it. I like the Fireball Gauntlets.
This thing's way too fucking slow.
I wish this thing really just had better angle in terms of its fucking loop. Ice Club, I like the rainbow version. I like the Rainbow Ice Club. I actually really like this thing. I remember getting Cole Frightener and just actually liking it. It's kind of cool. No, I do not like these things.
Please give this thing more ammo. Gem Power needs the ammo.
Like, 8 is so little for this. Reduce its damage a bit, but give it more ammo. I beg of you. I wonder if this thing is still broken. Because this thing actually, like, hit really hard when it came out and, like, everyone was using it. Hey, Boom Blaster! Look at it. It's so weird looking.
And I unironically like it.
Of course, we got Steve. I absolutely love the Shrimpasaur. I used to main it for a while. I hate this thing. I'm pretty mad on this Lance Soul card. I really don't care about the Siege Mode Gauntlet. This thing's kind of interesting.
I mean, it exists. You can use it. This thing used to be so busted when it came out.
Now nobody cares. I like the skin on the Cerberus. It's a really nice skin. I also like the Invincible Lion skin. Really nice. Total Planner I like as well. Render Station, Render Station.
We don't talk about this thing. I wish Sharkado was better.
Wait, yes, Serenade?
We'll get there. I'll tell you about it when I get to the Bastion. Also, Solar Flare. This thing's broken if you have a controller.
I don't know how to feel about this one. I actually got it on my free-to-play account. And don't know how to feel about it. Why do I not have the skin equipped? There you go. Get your TV magic memes in. Get your TV magic. I actually like the Atomic Splitter. I hate that I grinded for this thing. But I do not like the Drone Combat Station. I actually like the Maximum Cruelty.
Absolutely based.
Nah, Frost just doesn't like dealing with TV. The Ho-Ho Rocket, it needs a lot of work. Prophet Staff, I don't really care for. I really don't care for Deceit the Cheater either. Warhorse is weird because you actually, like, your character shoves something in the front of this, but nothing actually goes in. Nothing actually goes into the weapon.
Border Eraser, just use the eraser. The gravitation effect just lasts for so much longer, and you get more shots. Hey, look, it's the other Solar Flare. And this thing got immediately nerfed when it came out. Still like it, though. Meta. I like this thing a lot. This thing's really weird, but it's still really unique in how it fires. The best portal weapon. I actually really like the Heavy Spikosaur. You've got, of course, SpongeBob. I don't like him. I actually kind of like the Ink Spreader. I'm not going to complain too much about it. I've used it a couple of times, but Just use the vertical grip. Yeah, I like the block cannon, though.
Looping shot sucks, but like the looks of it, I love it.
What do you mean, hold up, Timekeeper?
It was mine too. I literally used to watch Nickelodeon. I just found SpongeBob annoying.
Streaming Beast. I love Mr. Beast. But, like, the weapon is pretty bad. I don't really care for it.
We don't talk about this at all. Based.
This is also based. I actually really like the Scarab Shrine. I don't like the sarcophagus, though. System Scorpion I absolutely love. This thing is really fun. Anti-aircraft module. I actually kind of like this. Uranium Grenade Launcher got buffed. I actually really like it. Hey look, C4 basket. This thing got spammed so much. I don't care for spiky limbs. Really weird they gave an upgrade. This thing's busted.
I'm glad I did not grind for this because this thing is pretty bad.
I actually really like the Otherworldly Wanderer. I actually really like the Butterfly Eater.
Don't care for the field plasma station. I don't care for the Thunder formula. I really love the control drone system. This is probably another one of my favorite heavies. Plague Spreader. It's kind of fun. I actually really like the Event Horizon. Don't care for Mad Colorer. This is just the fucking Plague Spreader, but fire and does like a little bit more damage. I actually like the Raven Staff since I got it. Spielbook is also great, and yes, I'm gonna still call it Spielbook. I don't like the Ship's Drowner. Favorite weapon from this season, by far, I love the Warden's Trident. A Serenade. I actually really like the Bastion. I just wish they would fix the view model. It's the only complaint I have about current Bastion is just fix the view model. I hate how you hold it at such a... Yeah, Spielbook was a error. It's supposed to be Spellbook. Nope, it was an error. I wish this was better. I wish this was also better. This thing sucks. So does Christmas Ultimatum. I also wish this was way better. I fucking love Automatic Decorator. I wish this was at least a little bit better. Oh wait, it did get outclassed. I wish Demolition Exoskeleton was better. Destruction System. It's alright. People have been using it. Eye of Rye, which was better. I think it was really rare back then. It still is really rare. Ashbringer, please make its ammo pickup better. Art of Volcano, people have been really wanting for some reason. Make this better. Make this a little better. Make this better. Really make this better. Really make this better. And for the love of God, make the Armadillo actually good. Temple Guardian is at least okay. Big Buddy's Big Buddy, and it's really good. I wish this was better. I don't care for Big B's Oven. This thing is cringe, but you never see it, so who cares? This thing's okay. I really wish this was better. Alright, that's all the weapons! That is all the weapons I own. Now we go to like the 8 I don't own. Scythe needs absolutely no changes. Jet Dragon, honestly, it needs some damage tweaks. This thing is bad. Lives Harvester's pretty good. I actually gotta use it because of the fucking armor or the gallery thing. I wish Wayfarer was better. It's pretty average, but I like how it looks. I've already done it before. All the graphic cards for my herd are also really good. Ancestor's Curse I wish was a little bit better. And Deadeye Vengeance you can't fix. Oh, so it's at least actually pretty decent. Either way, Deadeye Vengeance you can't really fix, because the thing isn't that unique. Just use Project Marlin. The only thing you're getting is a really bad X-ray, or a really bad blindness. That's it. So there's all those that are missing. And finally, last but not least, in terms of weapons that we need to see changed. Don't care, don't care, don't care, don't care. Golden Eagles. I wish these were better.
And I wish I could get them on my main. I would love to use these on my main account. But I can't. I know it's a remodel, but still. I would love to use these on my main account.
And just like that, we have now documented what the current stats of every weapon looks like.
That is every single one. I mean, that was every single weapon actually documented with all their on-card stats. Granted, I didn't, show, like, the other side of the, fucking module side, but you can see it in the bottom corner, and it showed up pretty well. If any actual attributes change. What do you mean the last three? You mean Iron Sword and Desert Fighter? I can't actually do those. I don't have those. You gotta remember, I don't have those, and plus it's only two. There's Desert Fire and Iron Sword. There's not a third.
Plus, they're not going to touch Desert Fighter and Iron Sword. So, yeah. The reason they're not going to actually, change them is because they're content creator weapons only. Honestly, I don't care if they stay separate weapons. As long as I get them, I'm fine. Actually, Desert Fighter does not need it. No, we're not doing that Serenade. Yeah, Desert Fighter is using just the standard actual M16 mag size. Because back in Vietnam, M16s only had 20 round mags. Just a fun little factoid, M16s actually used to have only 20 round mags. I'm fine with it having 20 rounds. It actually means it has something to stand out from the others. Granted, it's worse. Still, it stands out. Yeah. Every single card. That is every single weapon in the game on screen that can be legitimately obtained. And I think that is where I'm going to end the stream. 3 hours, 43 minutes. Now, I will see y'all here tomorrow morning when the actual update goes live. I mean the Elite. I already went over the Elite. Because it's in the standard arsenal. I already went over it. No, I'm not waking up at 3 a.m. I'll probably record at around 8 or 7 in the morning. I'm going to have my mother make sure I'm awake at about 7 a.m. Because we can do it all, before the end. What time? Eastern, take 7 a.m. and add 3 hours. So 10 a.m. You'll probably be in school. I don't have class until 12:30. So. Plus, the entirety of the changes get reverted before I go to class. Unless they extend it. And then... Well, if you don't have school, you can be here. There's a hurricane. Oh. You know what? Makes sense. But yeah. That's it for this stream. If you want to look at any sort of responses from me on a weapon, good luck. You have about nearly 4 hours of footage to scrub through. All of it is putting every weapon on screen. So then you have about 4 hours of footage to compare the weapons. So, either way, I'll see y'all here around 7 a.m. tomorrow. We go over all of the weapons and any changes that I can spot. So, see y'all next time. Peace.